so high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Yeah, good morning, Hairbag. Good morning, Sassy and Luna and Hassel.
Good morning, everyone.
It is Thursday, March the 21st at 10:35 Eastern Time. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day here.
Yeah, it's overcast here. We got snow on the ground still. We're not supposed to be warming up until Monday or Tuesday.
Now that's not fair because, my calendar in black and white says on the 19th that spring started.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Hello, Luna. Hello, Sassy. I'm going to say hi to the people.
Go ahead.
I'm a looking. Hosel, hello. Okay, I guess that's it.
Well, I think you
for
need
right now, anyway.
Yeah, I think you need to write a letter to your congressman telling them you oppose this situation, that it should violate a law that there's a snowflake on the ground after the official day of spring.
That's a good idea.
Tell them, clean it up.
You know what? I'm surprised you're using that swear word.
I can say it because it's not here.
Yeah, right. Well, it's, what I think is funny is we had those 70-degree days during winter. Now that, like you said, that spring is here, we got it. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show me on here. Usually it shows me the temperature. But I'll bet you it's only about 32, 33 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Would anybody, Sassy, Luna, like to join us? There's the link down below.
And I have pinned that to the top of chat so y'all don't have to chase it. You're all right, Sassy. I love your emojis. What did it do? Did it kick it back?
What's that?
She says she went overboard with the emojis. I love her morning emojis.
Oh.
We love our Sassy. She is our super mod of the community. Good morning, Gutters.
Welcome in. Would you like to join us up on panel?
She is.
We'd love to have you.
She is at the Oregon Dunes Well, she says service
Oh,
sucks, but she can watch some.
I didn't see that.
Good
Hello,
morning,
big
drink
drink
tea.
tea.
Ooh, I like that name. My tea is important to me.
You know what? You know what's bad. Good morning, buddy. I got a whole box of tea up in my cupboard,
Huh?
and the water here isn't fit to drink.
Mm. What do you mean not fit to drink?
Um, have you ever had a swimming pool?
Yeah.
Did you ever buy a thing that they put in the water to purify it? What the hell's the name of it?
Well, we added chemicals, mostly
Yeah, well, they
chlorine.
ins- instead of using chlorine like they normal people would, they use that stuff. And even on the box, it says, do not swim for 24 hours, but yet they're adding it to the water, expecting the people to drink it.
Ooh, they must have had a bad bacterial water test if they're adding that much to it.
They, I don't get it. It's been for the past 4 years.
Now, how do you mean distilled? You mean like big drink tea? You have a system that distills water?
Morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Kathy. Y'all come up. Link is pinned to top of the chat. Yeah, you have a few videos showing your old setup. How do you distill water? Well, I mean, I know they do it, but I've only bought distilled water.
It's kind of like doing a still deal. You boil the water, the steam comes out, creates water, and that's distilling it.
You're scared, Luna. Why?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's kind of what Gutters Pub says. Yeah, bleach ain't good to drink, neither is fluoride, but they poison our water with it. Yeah. And usually they add large amounts of it when the water test, because they're supposed to do water tests daily or weekly when they come back with high levels of bacteria.
Right. Right. Yeah, I got to go over to my
Okay.
friend's house and get a few gallons from him. He's got a Tahitian well, so
We get ours straight from the mountain. Ours is cleaner than the city water.
so is his, and it tastes really good.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you it'd be really good. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not planning on doing this, but I'll bet you'd be really good in a still.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's probably why it was put there. And I can imagine back up in here where I'm at now that there were several going.
Yeah.
And I say that now because the people that still live up here have lived up here their entire childhood. Like they actually grew up in them homes. And then when the parents died, they stayed. They're still living in the home.
Ah.
So, and it goes like that. Everybody back up in here was pretty comfortable about what they do, up here in the mountains. And every now and then when you're out here driving around, And Hairback can attest. I've seen him pictures before. On a good clear day is when it's the worst, because then you can actually see that little puff of white smoke coming out of the mountain.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
a little crevice out there, and you're like, I don't know what that is.
Good morning, horse lover. No, Sassy, it doesn't smell like chlorine. It smells more like a swimming pool. Damn. Horse lover, what was the name of that chemical we used to put in the pool? Shock.
Shock, that's what I
That's
should
what
say.
it is.
Yeah, shock.
That's what they put into our water system. And if you read the box, it says do not swim for 24 hours after adding.
No, because that is to stabilize the pH balance in it. When the pH gets low and there's no acid in the water, then you shock it to keep from the
Algae and shit from growing?
the algae, from it turning green,
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I couldn't think of that name earlier.
I seriously have stared at that pool so many years. I'm like, you know what? Instead of doing it this year, can we just fill it full of fish? Can we
That'd
have
be cool.
Can we have some trout and some catfish dumped in it? Easy fishing.
Hey, Army vet, welcome in.
My naked army man. How are you? I took Kathy and Big Dog Ma over to Army Vets the other day and showed them Army Vets music. Man, they loved it.
Cool. I gotta go to Army Vet sometime. I never get a notice when he's on though, and I'm sub to him.
You got to click the all bell, on that subscription thing where it's got those little bells.
Oh, I know. I have, but I never get a notification that he's on.
Well, let me tell you, you're gonna have to buy a pair of headphones for Army Vets channel.
Oh.
It is amazing with headphones on. Amazing.
Gutter's Pub. AV, wait, let me get undressed, LMAO.
And at Gutter's Pub, it's humid over there in the swamp, just so you know. You're going to step over there. It's hot, stinky, and humid. That's why nobody wears clothes down there.
And when you get undressed, I'll bet you it'll be more sticky. I'll shut up now. Ooh, we got somebody coming in. Hello, Gutter or Luna.
Good morning, Luna.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Mouse, how are you?
Doing good.
I figured I'd come hang with y'all for a little bit, drink my coffee, then I'm off to do my daily thing.
All right.
Cool.
That's what we're here for, is to get everybody started. A place to stop, catch your breath, tie your shoes, and get ready to be on your way.
Yeah.
You have a good evening last night, Luna?
Oh, yeah. I had my live over there, had fun with that. I always have fun, though, when I do my lives.
That's cool.
So, yeah, I had a good time. I had Nikita and Pink over there with me. We was cutting up, acting all crazy in there last night.
Pink's a lot of fun at night, ain't she?
Yeah, I know. I love the people that come and hang out with me because they make it fun for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, you want to come in there? Pink said, I don't, what was it she said? I may break the rules. I said, I only got one rule in here. Just don't bring the drama in.
Good morning.
Good morning, Arctic. How are you this morning?
Pretty good.
That's good to see
Good
you.
morning, Artie.
Good morning, hairbag. Threw my back out last night skateboarding in my sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Not even kidding you either. I had a dream I was skateboarding. I was skateboarding down these steps, and I was doing like a handstand on my forearms, going down these steps, boom, 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 down these steps, and I woke up literally with my back thrown out.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to have been a fly on the wall in the beds, or if maybe you were really trying to stand on your head.
I don't know. I might have been. I don't know.
That's like those dreams that you're scared and you're trying to run somewhere, and all of a sudden in your dreams your legs won't work. You wake up and they're all wrapped up in the sheets. It's been a crazy week on the streets, man.
I don't know. I ain't been around.
Gutter said that's when you know you're an old timer.
Yep.
When you wake up and your back's thrown out.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
up since
Yeah,
4
I
a.m.
agree.
Just in pain.
Wow.
I don't know, Arctic. I think I'd change the story up a bit. I don't know
Somebody
what.
came in my house and beat me with a baseball bat during the night.
It's like right in between my shoulder blades too. It's like the worst spot. I think I got one of those discs that slipped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, hurts like hell.
Well, I've been down with back issues, and I tell you, the medical industry does not care about your back. I don't know why that is.
No, they do, as long as they can do a surgery and make money off you.
I had a pinched disc one time, and I even called the emergency room. And I mean, it was taking my breath every time I moved, And I was trying to explain to him, I've got a disc issue. Is that something I need to go to a doctor for? Can I come into the emergency room? Or do I just need to bypass y'all and go to a chiropractor? And she said, she started taking my symptoms, and I'm telling her, oh, my back hurts, it pinches when I breathe. She flat called it a heart attack and told me to come in.
What?
She's like, oh, you need to get in here right now. I can't give you any medical advice over the phone. You need to get in right now. Well, that scared me. You know what I mean? I thought she was seriously talking about my back. I get up there, they do all these EKGs and everything on my heart. And when I ask them, is there anything you're going to do about my back? Because they finally come in and said, oh, well, your heart is fine. Looks like you have a pinched nerve or disc in your back. I'm like, yeah, it's what I said. I know it's my back. I can feel it, She said, well, we were worried you were having a heart attack by the symptoms. I'm like, oh, okay. We can get past that. Can y'all help me? At this point, can you help me? She says, well, all we can do is give you a painkiller. I'm like, I've sat here for 4 hours, scared to death. I'm about to die or something, go paralyzed. And y'all are like, oh, okay, well, I can I'll give you a painkiller. Seriously, just fix my back.
That's the one thing a hospital does not have is a chiropractor on call.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's like a dislocated bone, right?
Right.
So like if you go into the doctor with a dislocated shoulder or dislocated joint in any part of your skeleton except for your back, they'll fix it, They're not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, you might be having a heart attack, we can just give you some painkillers, eat a bowl of soup and call me in the morning,
Yeah, that's as far as I got in an ER was, that's what it is. It's a pinched nerve. Not this is what we're going to do about it. This is what we can do about it. Or even this is what we should do about it. Didn't get none of that. Just, yep, that's what it is. So
Well,
Sassy, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
encourage you go find a chiropractor before you even call a doctor. Because a chiropractor will actually reset it for you.
Yep.
You know, he'll do things that try to make it unpinched. The doctor's office is just like, yep, it's pinched. Owie, you know.
Yeah, right. Where's the movie
I don't
night
know,
at, Sassy?
it seems like I had to go to the doctors and stuff so much last year. I'm like, I have to go get a physical before I take off on this hike, and I don't even want to do that. I mean, I was just sick of being there all the time.
Right.
What if he recommends that you don't do the hike?
Uh-oh.
Oh, they know I hike, so they're not going to stop me from doing that.
He's gonna give her a big old box. He's gonna give her a big old box of ibuprofen. So take that with you.
That's pretty much what I carry with me. You know, on the trail, I'll take I'll take Benadryl, Motrin. You know, I got a little container I put it in. It's waterproof. And I just throw it in my bag.
Yeah.
I got a question for you people out there. This morning, I'm going to change the subject a little bit. I went and rebooted my phone. I lost every app I had. Has anybody
phone
else
you got?
had any problem like that?
just by rebooting?
Yeah.
Sure.
Everything
Okay,
kicked
what-
out. I
what
had
kind
to
of
go
phone
back
do you
in
have?
and, excuse me?
What kind of phone do you have?
An Android.
Okay.
I go through
Yeah, I mean,
Straight Talk.
I could reboot mine, and it doesn't. And I have Android. It doesn't mess with mine.
Well, it didn't. It did it once before, but it didn't take everything out. All I did was I shut my phone off again, turned it back on, and they were back. But this time it's not doing it at all.
That's so
You have all your
weird.
apps in like an app library somewhere on your phone that maybe they're
I
still
have
there.
no idea. I am so technically illiterate, it isn't funny, dude.
So like your apps normally were they like icons on like the
Yeah,
front?
there was a whole, like, you even had to
The
scroll to
icons are
get
gone?
to the rest of them. I had WhatsApp, YouTube, I had games on there, and all the rest of the stuff that they put on when you open up your phone or whatever it is that you're using.
I would
And
bet
then
that
I
they're in some,
rebooted and it's all gone.
I would bet that they're still in some hidden menu somewhere on your phone.
Well, I sure as hell hope so, because I would hate to lose all that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where though, because you know I don't have a cell phone. I couldn't imagine it just wiping your. Well, they don't really have a hard drive. It's all saved like on a chip somewhere. But I couldn't imagine just rebooting it. That's just turning it off and turning it on, right? Is that what
Yeah.
you mean by yeah?
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
on all your apps are gone. Yeah, I can't imagine that. I would
Sad-
look for them in a menu somewhere.
Good morning, Nikita. Sassy says you might have a virus on your phone here, Rag.
Yeah, I just seen that. And I can't afford to get a virus cleaner or anything.
You can
Yeah,
get
I
a
think
free.
that might be it. 'Cause it sounds like something a virus would do.
Hello, Nikita. Welcome in.
Do we have virus protection on phones?
Yeah, yeah. You can get a free app, a free antivirus software. or an open source version. You know, they've got like trial versions, you know, like a free version pretty much of anyone's. Mine, in fact, I updated my virus database for Malwarebytes is one of the free versions that I use, but I'm on Windows. The thing's been telling me all day that my database is 7 days out of date. But I got the newest database like 9 days ago, and that's like the newest one. So this thing's gonna tell me that it's 7 days out of date now for like all day. Every hour on the hour.
When you restart your phone, everything that's in RAM is cleared out. All the fragments of previously running apps are purged, and all currently open apps are killed when the phone reboots.
Oh, never did it before.
So
yeah, but his icon should still be on his like desktop though, you know. Like when he turns his phone on and he's got all the icons there, those icons should all still be there though, I would think.
I would think too. They've been on there every other time except for that one, like I was saying. I turned my phone off. I didn't mean I rebooted. I mean I turned it off, turned it back on, went in, and they were there. But this time they're not.
did you have them open when it crashed?
I didn't have anything open. I just, because I wanted to make sure when we came on that my phone was going to act right.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, well, I'll reboot. So I did.
I got up with the same garbage. At first, what was it? My mouse wouldn't work, so I rebooted my computer, and then my keyboard wouldn't work.
Nikita says, sorry, I fell asleep on you last night, Luna.
Oh, it's all right. I get it. Because I'm behind. I'm 3 hours behind everybody, 2 to 3 hours behind. So I understand if people have to leave or they fall asleep or whatever. I mean, it happens. So no biggie, Nikita. It happened. You know, it's happened before.
Army vet says sassy on her Bluetooth refrigerator. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm thinking,
No.
what communication do I need Bluetooth with my refrigerator? Like, is my refrigerator gonna play me a song? What does Bluetooth on a refrigerator do, Army Vet?
You haven't seen one of them,
Apparently you
Mouse?
can talk to your refrigerator and it'll answer you.
Them things are freaking fancy.
Is that one of those that calls Amazon and tells Amazon that you're out of milk and to order more and all that?
Yeah, it'll freaking comprise a grocery list and put the order in for you.
How's it gonna know whether or not you're running low on gallons of milk though?
I have no
From,
idea.
I mean, I have no idea. I don't own one. But
Like
they
if
say
I
it
got
can
a-
make you a grocery list.
Like if I got a gallon jug of milk and I got a gallon jug of water and I got a gallon jug of orange juice in one of these smart refrigerators, how is it going to know which one of those gallon jugs I'm running low on?
I don't know.
Water, orange juice, or milk? You know what I mean? One's orange, one's yellow, or one's orange, one's white, and one's clear.
Gotta just turn it off and on again, hairbag. They'll probably come back. You may have touched it before it was ready. You know, like women, don't touch before she's ready or she'll get you.
That's funny.
Dang.
That's good, Gutters. I like that.
Yeah, it could have been something like Hairbag. It could have been like when you rebooted,
Yeah.
the system didn't like load up everything properly, and you might just need to like reboot again.
Yeah, I'll have to try that after we get done here. And
I'm
if it don't work, I'll get a hold of Mouse and let her know.
just like,
I
if
did
it's
go into. Go ahead.
if it's like gonna tell me that I'm out of milk and out of biscuits, is it gonna laugh at me in the middle of the night and tell me, "Oh, that'll make you fat. Don't eat that."
Hey, I've only seen them. I'm not paying $9,000 for a fridge. But, I've just seen them. That's it.
I feel like my refrigerator would be quite judgy. You know what I mean? God, you never buy nothing. That chocolate milk's gonna make you fat. You know. I feel like after a while, it's just gonna sit and judge me. You don't need
Sassy,
a
what do you
cookie at
mean?
12 o'clock.
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm drinking coffee and sitting here on panel talking to you. I don't get what you mean by that. Let me find out, she says.
I want to know what kind of magic this refrigerator uses to know whether or not you're out of orange juice or milk, though. I don't get it.
Well,
That's
the
what
only thing I can tell you to do is do the research on it.
I just feel like eventually my refrigerator is just gonna result to judging me, just judging. Like, it's been 2 days since you bought milk. You know.
Well, okay, Sassy. I didn't know what you were referring to, actually. What? 9,000 for that
Yeah, that's
refrigerator?
about what they're going for.
Holy crap!
No way I'm paying that much for a refrigerator.
Hell no!
You can buy a used Corvette for that much.
Jeez.
For
Oh
that much,
yeah.
it better jump over and load my dishwasher too. For that much.
Oh, they got Bluetooth dishwashers too.
Yeah, but what I really want, y'all, is I want Rosie. Just plain, I want, the Jetsons, they gave us flying cars and all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff to look forward to. But I wanted the Rosie. I wanted that vacuum cleaner, dishwasher, always had everything ready made robot.
Oh, you're real funny, horse lover.
They got those robotic vacuum cleaners though.
Yeah, but it's just the vacuum. I wanted Rosie. I wanted the whole package. I wanted this robot running around, cleaning up after me, vacuuming, doing the dishes, handing the kids lunch. I'm really disappointed we didn't get Rosie and that they went for flying cars first.
I want the microwave where you just put the little pill in it and then push the button and poof, out comes a roast turkey.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Sassy, that is so wrong. I cook and my man's wash dishes. That's how he's trained. That is so wrong.
Why is that wrong?
Trained?
Trained.
What is he, an animal?
What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong with a man doing dishes?
Because
Nothing but trained?
But most men are chefs. Most chefs
Well,
are
he
men.
knows if Sassy's cooking, he's got to clean the kitchen up. That's what that's about.
Well, I've always said, come on, girls, and you'll please agree with me, women, because I'm right. Men want 3 things. They're kind of like a puppy. They want 3 things. They want to be fed. They want a little playtime, and they want to be told, "Oh, you're a good boy."
Oh, that's
You know, that's all you guys want and need. And see, no, even you guys don't disagree, do you?
Gutters. Will you come train Marv Sassy, please?
So training, yeah, I would use the word training.
Well, Sassy, I don't see that you're wrong either, because I can agree with that. If I'm going to go in there and fix you a meal, you can do your part and help me clean up, or I'll just let you have it.
Well, that I agree with too. It's the training part that got me going.
See, all you men don't realize, all you men are being trained. If you're with a woman, you're being trained to some degree.
Well,
You just don't know it.
Right.
well, you guys are being trained too. I mean, that's why we buy paper plates and the styrofoam cups.
Oh, you think that's our training? That's our training. Less dishes.
But then it leaves you the hardest part, the pots and pans.
Oh,
Now, if we could
You got
figure out a
enough
way to make disposable pots and pans, would y'all use them?
Well, they got them little aluminum deals.
you just burn right through those on an electric stove.
Yeah, I can't
Oh, hell
exactly,
yeah.
Boil soup in them little things.
Yeah, if I have to agree, Sassy, if he wants to eat, he's going to do the dishes if I'm cooking the meal.
Well, see, Army Vet, that's exactly what I meant. Playtime, food, and to be told you're a good boy.
In silence.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's what that was part of the house training that we all, Mouse, you forget that they got upset when they pee on the floor and you rub their nose in it. I don't get it. It worked for the puppy.
That's just wrong. Good morning, Lulu.
There's my name twin. Hey, Lulu. That's right. So why not? He doesn't do the dishes. You're not training, Sassy. And it's really easy, ladies. They don't do the dishes, you don't cook. You don't cook.
Well, here's the thing. When I was married, I did the cooking and the dishes never got done. If
Yeah,
I wanted to cook something, I had to wash it myself.
didn't you just tell us the other day you were the stay-at-home parent?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it
There you
kind
go.
of hurt when you got to
Hallelujah.
cook and do the dishes at the same time. And I get
There
the
you go.
women when they say that.
There ain't no dishes to clean when you're cooking a frozen pizza, though.
Ew.
Fair. Ooh, fair. But here's the catch, though. If we do paper dishes to give you guys a break from not having to do dishes, that means that the trash is full. You need to take the trash out twice as often because it's full of paper plates.
No,
Or have
paper
a burning
plates-
barrel.
Yeah, paper plates burn in the campfire pretty good.
Well, are y'all expecting us to burn them, or are y'all actually going to take that sword?
No, we'll be out by the campfire. Just, fetch us a beer. We'll be out there
Happy
staring at
birthday,
the-
Nikita.
Happy birthday to Nikita's daughter. Oh, and you, Nikita. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have a great day.
Nikita's birthday. Happy birthday.
Your birthday, your birthday, your birthday, happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your
Okay,
birthday.
Kathy, be safe.
Happy birthday. All right. Let me know, Kathy. Are you still here with us, buddy? Are you still down there? Say hi, buddy.
I watched the morning news yesterday, but I missed the evening news.
No, Lulu, actually, I'm a Pisces.
I don't know, Mouse. Buddy's mad at me. He don't love me anymore. So
What's he mad about now?
I don't know. I'm telling you, we need that counseling. He just don't get it.
He don't get a lot of stuff.
But that's typical man behavior.
Yes. That.
Gutters, my hat's off to you if you did all that.
No, actually, Gutters Pub, you did it right. I'm going to say, you know, sometimes women have to fill in the holes. And we do. That's, you know, that's the beauty of a woman. We will. Yes, a water sign. Hi, Lulu. I'm a Pisces. I'm the devil fish.
Here we go, talking about this horoscope stuff. I'm a full-blown fire sign, and I match that. Everything across the board.
I'm a moon baby born under Pisces. On Pi Day. Which is-
Friday.
Which
Yep.
is actually Einstein's birthday, too.
You were born on Einstein's birthday?
I was.
Wow.
And you know, I studied him a little bit a few years back. I don't even remember what for. I don't remember what the topic was. But I came across some stuff on him that just really broke my brain.
Really? Like what?
You know, he was a very smart man, very intellectual. And you know, looking back, probably was on the autism spectrum to a degree. And I mean on the higher spectrum, the functioning spectrum. But he was a dick, y'all. He really was a dick. Like, he got married and he made all these rules with his wife about they were to never be affectionate. She was to never call him endearing names. She was not to expect any kind of affection from him. She was not to bother him while he was in the lab. Just all kinds of weird, non-marital things, right?
Wow.
Why the hell did he marry her then? You know?
Well, it was kind of like as the marriage went on, more and more rules got dumped on her. You know, kind of like a bait and switch kind of situation. And she gets angry about it. She finally gets fed up with it and divorces him and leaves. So he goes and he marries, I can't remember if it was his sister or his cousin, but it was within the close family. Yeah. And she's okay not having, you know, marital relations with him. She's okay with that because they're family. And she just pleases him. You know, it's so weird. He was such a dick. He really was.
Wow.
Who invented the automatic dishwasher? Did Einstein?
Oh, probably not. It was years after Einstein that the dishwasher came
Oh,
in.
hell yeah.
I
Wow.
was going to say they didn't have, you know,
See.
automatic dishwashers back then. So he was probably thinking they need somebody to wash these pizza plates.
That was probably during the separation, huh? She ain't there to cook. What the hell? Josephine Cochran invented the first practical dishwasher and formed the Garris Cochran Dishwashing Company to manufacture and market it. She was born in Ohio. After moving to Illinois, Cochran set out to design a washing device after commonly finding plateware chips from hand washing.
Hear that, hairbag? A woman invented the automatic dishwasher.
Imagine
Probably got
that.
sick of doing dishes by hand.
Yes, she
That's
got tired of getting plate splinters in her hands. Screw that. So between a fire sign and a water sign, who wins? Is that like
Water
rock,
puts
Fire
the fire out.
Yeah, I'll put y'all
Water puts out fire.
Nah.
You can make fire from water, though.
How?
Couple different ways. You can split the hydrogen molecule off the water molecule, or you can freeze the water and then shape the ice cube into a lens and use it as a magnifying glass.
Or you can put it in a clear plastic bag and do the same thing.
Did you know you can start a fire with water in a plastic bag? Because it works the same as a prism would.
Magnifying glass.
Yeah, magnifying.
Or yeah.
Prism. Yeah.
A prism separates the colors.
All right, I got it wrong. I misspoke.
Not near as fascinating as that static bulb in science class, but still, the prism was cool. Yeah, I remember the static ball in science class. I want to say it was in physical science.
What's this now? I must have been sleeping that day in science.
I think that was the only day I was awake in science class because it was just so fascinating. But yeah, she plugged it in. It's this big, like, static electricity ball.
Oh, a Van de Graaff generator.
Yeah, and you touch it and your hair stands up. And remember, everybody had to touch it and make a big circle. And then she would ask a volunteer to unlink and get shocked. And we're all standing there like, well, I ain't letting go. Well, I ain't letting go.
Yeah, we did that too. And the damn fool let go. And it was like, holy crap, what a shock.
It's high voltage.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's high
voltage. High voltage. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Well, it was like touching an electric fence turned all the way up. It wasn't like volts, but it'll tap you pretty good.
Actually, a couple kids hit the floor when it happened.
Dang. Y'all's up all
Well,
the way.
they had the one that they did with us. It was a hand crank generator.
Yeah.
Apparently, the science teacher was doing it a little too hard.
Really grinding that bad boy. Like really grinding.
Those things are pretty neat. They're simple to build too. You need like a rubber band and a plastic roller and a metal roller and like brushes. Like I guess you could use like copper wire, and sort of fan it out like a brush.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how it works, but it strips an electron off of the plastic roller. Or maybe there's a piece of felt. There's a piece of felt involved in it too somewhere.
Well, does it separate negative and positive ions, or does it mix them? How does that work?
It just takes an electron off of the bottom roller, and then it clings to that rubber band and transfers it up to the top roller, and then it jumps off using those brushes. It jumps off the top roller, can be glass or plastic, and then goes to the metal ball that's on the top, and then all the electrons build up around the edge of this metal ball, and then when you touch it, those electrons get transferred to your body,
That's the
Cause
zap
it's
zap
kind
moment.
of-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when we were kids. Do y'all remember the basketball game? At the arcade where you put the quarters in and it
Yeah.
drops the basketballs and you
Oh,
gotta
yep.
shoot it in the hoops there. Because of that science lesson in science class, we kind of took that lesson a little further to the bowling alley where our parents were bowling, so we're all, as kids are running the game rooms. And I tried it, and you can rub your feet on the floor and gather static.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of putting that quarter in, you can pop it with that quarter and make it static.
Really?
And it'll turn the game on and save your quarter.
Really?
Yep.
Dang, look at Mouse over there.
Yep.
I would have known that.
You know what happened to me last year? I had one of those thermostats for my heat, and it was a digital.
Uh-huh.
I was wearing my sneakers. I went over to turn it down, and on the outside it's plastic, but I went to turn it down, and a spark went through the plastic and burned it out.
Huh.
I had to get a new one.
Wow.
Something wrong with the ground wire on that.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, but it did. It fried it.
And there a fuse in those? I thought there was a
I
fuse
have
in those.
no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know. I've never checked a thermostat for a fuse. Seems like they should, but I don't ever remember seeing one. Libra sign horoscope today. Sassy gonna get some horoscopes. It's okay to take a step back from the chaos of the week if you feel you are on the wrong path or need to make changes. Libras have the gift of being able to balance their
Well, we gotta wait till she finishes because we got to the end of where she can spell.
What's a Libra?
It's a horoscope sign.
I was gonna say something different, but I guess I shouldn't.
It's like a combination between a lion and a zebra, or like what
A Libra.
critter?
It's not a labia, no.
I never thought of that. That was good, Artie. That was good.
But I'm serious. What is it?
It's an astrological sign.
Yeah, but which one?
Yeah.
Is it the
Well,
scale?
it looks like an omega sign, actually.
Libra is an air sign represented by the scales. And
Scales. Okay,
yeah.
that's right. All right.
Libra is obsessed with symmetry and strives to create equilibrium in their areas of life. Thank you, Google. Did fight? She's still typing.
Yeah, she's still
Right.
typing.
Balance there.
There.
Wait for
Here
it.
it comes.
Wait for it.
Maybe not.
2 eternities later.
Right.
SpongeBob. What do y'all think about the Simpsons being so good at predicting so much stuff? Isn't that crazy?
I haven't watched. Is that show still like on TV? I haven't watched that show since the 90s.
I think they're still replaying it. I don't think she's writing it anymore.
Okay.
Did y'all know that Bart Simpson was actually voiced over by a female?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. That's crazy.
And you know the one saying that they don't use on that anymore? Eat my shorts.
My gosh, can y'all remember the controversy back when we were kids over Bart Simpson? I mean, like the school saw him as the most evil creature. We were banned from wearing Bart Simpson shirts to school.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
There were a
that-
lot of schools that did that.
they really flipped out over
Oh.
Bart Simpson.
How old is that show? I don't remember
Oh my
that being
God.
out when I was in school.
Wasn't it Seth MacFarlane that did that show?
Let's look
Who?
it
I
up.
thought it was in the 80s when they
Seth
done that show.
MacFarlane.
80s.
Probably was. Late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there.
Yeah, around that time, I thought.
I don't remember it being big when I was going to school,
1987.
though. 87? Oh.
Wow.
Matt Groening. The
Dang,
first
that really makes you feel old. It was in 87. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
wow.
I didn't think it was that old.
I didn't either. I thought it would have been like the early 90s.
Yeah.
Bartholomew Jojo Bart Simpson is a fictional character in the American animation television series The Simpsons and part of the Simpsons family. He is voiced by Nancy Cartwright and first appeared on the television in the Tracy Ullman show short Good Night on April 19th, 1987.
Tracy Almond.
I know, I didn't even know that.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
No kidding.
Wow. But yeah, they've gone back and they've shown that strangely, as they were. Oh, okay, let's finish this real fast.
She still hasn't got it finished yet.
Libra had the gift of being able to balance their needs against the community and give both equal attention and importance in your life today. If you're feeling stressed or feeling like you could be doing something better, try to find that the
Needs against their commitments and give both equal attention and importance in your life today. If you're feeling stressed or feeling like you could do something better, try to find that. And then
Try
and then
to
while
find
she's typing,
that.
yeah, well, she hasn't finished the rest of it yet.
all right, while she's typing, we'll finish with Bart Simpson. But yeah, there are a lot of the Bart Simpson shows that were written, out of sarcasm,
Yeah.
and they came true. Lots of it.
Like what?
Like President Trump riding down the staircase with Melania after he was after he became president.
I don't remember that.
He did a visit. I can't remember where it was, but there was a shot of him and Melania, or whatever her name is, coming down the escalator together. And then they showed that picture that made the paper against a clip from Bart Simpson. And they're even standing in the same position.
Oh my God.
It's uncanny.
You think some of that stuff is staged, maybe?
I don't know.
They're like, oh, remember that old Simpsons episode? And let's reenact that and like stage it for a photo shoot.
Okay, let's do this again. Try to find that the smallest adjustment to your future achievements. Follow your instincts today, and they should lead you to the right place. ...
Is there more?
Then you'll have to go
That's
read
it.
mine later.
Another prediction by the Simpsons that came true was in 1993. Yankees manager Stump Merrill benched Don Mattingly for refusing to cut his hair on a game day. A similar instance was shown in season 3, episode 16 of the animated series a year prior.
Interesting.
Sassy says, damn, that was the longest horoscope.
Let's see if there's, let's see. Oh, the Ebola outbreak was on there too.
Ebola.
Lisa Sachs is remember Lisa plays the saxophone. Is
Yeah.
an episode that tells the origin story of Lisa's love for the musical instrument. In one scene, Bart is shown sick and feeling down, so Margie attempts to cheer him up by reading a strangely titled book. The book, titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus, is a strange narrative choice considering Ebola wouldn't be widely known until the outbreak in 2000 and then again in 2014.
Is there really a book called Curious George and the Ebola?
No.
No, but there is Curious George.
But they wrote
Yeah.
that.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I said there was a lot, a whole bunch. Let me see if I can find another one.
I think there was a 9/11 one too, if I remember correctly. Or something having to do with it.
I was trying to find the interesting ones. Let's see.
Sassy, copy and paste is your friend.
Ooh, okay. When was the iPhone made? Season 6.
iPhone?
Yeah.
2012 or somewhere around there.
Okay. Season 6, episode 8, and this was in 1994. Lisa on ice. She's the brightest Simpson in danger. Thanks to the new academic alerts that have identified gym class as her weak point, she immediately tries to change this. Anyway, it's about autocorrect.
Huh.
And that was in 1994.
Wow.
Before autocorrect. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one because I've talked about this. Planning to block the sun. When oil is discovered right beneath Springfield Elementary, Mr. Byrne ruins any chances of financial gain for Principal Skinner and Superintendent Chalmers, who had started taking suggestions from students and residents about what they should do with their newfound money. Instead, Mr. Byrne beats them to drilling the oil and subsequently blocks the sun with a giant disc, so every person in Springfield is forced to use the energy from his power plant. A real-life billionaire, George Soros, recently had a similar idea, but not for the same reasons Mr. Burns did. At the Munich Security Conference, Soros suggested using a cloud cover as a sort of shield over the melting Arctic in an effort to reduce global warming. It's a totally different intention and actually one worth rooting for. I would never cheer for anything Soros said.
See, they're trying to protect the Arctic. Just saying.
Joe Biden and the Kamala Harris election came out in the West Wing Story edition of 2019. In a special short that takes aim at former President Trump, The Simpsons parodies a song from West Side Story. In the process, it depicts a competition of sorts between Trump and another political figure and other political figures like Alexandria, Ocasio-Cortez. While the sing-off thankfully didn't actually happen in real life, there's a short scene that bears a shocking resemblance to recent political changes.
I know that show was very political. You know, The Simpsons. It
Yeah,
always had some sort of political undertones and stuff to it.
they also predicted the tiger attack on Siegfried and Roy
Really?
back in 1993, season 5, episode 10. In Springfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Legalized Gambling, Mr. Burns brings a luxurious and excessive Vegas culture to Springfield by building a casino, a major act to draw crowds in, and is headlining by Gunter and Ernst, who are clear parallels to famous entertainers Siegfried and Roy. During the performance, their trained white tiger suddenly turned on them and mauls them.
Wow.
Now, remember, I said that was 1993, so it was another 10 years later before the attack actually happened.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Malfunctioning of voter machines. That appeared in the 2008 episode. We won't even go down that road for YouTube purposes, but y'all know where I'm going with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Oh, and the commercial space flights were also on there in an episode in 1994 labeled Deep Space Homer. Marks an important moment in the show's history, as aside from featuring some Simpsons best guest stars, Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin and musician James Taylor. The episode also signaled the creator's willingness to go beyond the realm of possibility, or so they thought. What seemed like an unrealistic idea at the time, an ordinary man going to space, has since become a common concept. As commercial space flight is something people can look forward to in the not too distant future, there have been all civilian space flights in recent years, proving that Homer's far-fetched experience back then has become the reality for some people today. And that is true. We had, 3 guys? There was Elon.
Richard Branson.
Remember, they all
Can't
took
think.
just a flight up and then flight down
Yep.
just to prove that a private company could put us in space without NASA, without government funding.
Wow.
All right, I can hear y'all's brain sizzling. I'll quit.
There's a lot more. Didn't Homer have like a nuclear power plant meltdown and stuff?
Yeah.
He was, yeah. And then there's the Fukushima thing that happened. I don't know if there's a connection there, but there might be.
Smartwatches showed up in season 6, episode 19. That was 1995 that the smartwatches showed up on The Simpsons.
I gotta get another cup of coffee.
Okay. Wow. Ooh, Lady Gaga in the Super Bowl. That was predicted. That was season 23, episode 22, which is 2012. One of the
You
Simpsons.
know what I say to all this? Do 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 do.
Well, she shows up as a Super Bowl star in 2012 on The Simpsons. In real life, in 2017, she performed at the Super Bowl.
Hi, Shar. Yeah, like I said, do 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 do. And for those of you that don't know what that is, that's from oh, for Christ's sakes, I just had it. I'll shut up now. Twilight Zone.
Right? That was the one right there. I'm going to show that one. That's the one I was looking for. Can you see that?
No. It's all four of us on panel.
Okay, I had to add it.
There we go.
That photo was the one I was talking about. Now, that showed up in 2000.
Wow.
I was hoping they'd show the other picture with it, but it doesn't have it. And the actual event happened in 2016. But there's an actual photo, and his wife is standing where Homer is, following him down the escalator. And he even stops and gives the thumbs up going down the escalator, just like he shows here.
That is strange.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Charlie. I hear brain sizzles.
You definitely are hearing mine then.
And to think that, you know, and I can't say it was predictions, but I will hand it to them. You know, the writers had a lot of forethought about the world, you know, where we were going and what things were possibly going to come to light in the future. And they nailed it.
Hello, Shar. I was here. I was cleaning up a mess, so, but I've been here.
Oh, Luna made a mess.
Yeah, spilt my coffee.
Oh my goodness.
That's foul play.
Yeah, I know that's tragedy for me.
That's caffeine abuse.
Uh-huh. I'm being abusive to the coffee this morning.
I'm going to place a 2-cup penalty on Luna for spilling the coffee.
Yeah, I got the penalty of the day. Mistreated the coffee.
Poor coffee all over the floor.
Yeah, and I had to grab it quick, even though I have Stainmaster carpet. I got to freaking get to it fast.
Well, if it's as sweet as mine, you got to get to it immediately or it becomes sticky.
Right.
My coffee is so sweet, it'll attract ants.
Yeah, it's like 1/4 coffee, 3/4 sugar.
Yeah, throw some milk in there.
Yeah, a little bit of milk.
I tell people, actually, my coffee tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Good morning, Mary. Look who's here, Hairbag. Look who's here.
Hey, Mary Teresa. Good. Thanks for coming in. Let Kelly know. I lost my apps this morning. I don't have anything on my phone anymore, but after the live, I'm going to try and reboot again, see if it comes back.
Yeah,
How'd you
check.
get into your browser here, Meg?
I went into YouTube and I think it was YouTube. It could have been Google Play Store, but I pressed on it and it brought me right here.
That would be the link I sent you an email that brought you right here.
Oh yeah. It took me to mouse and then I got it.
I just emailed him the link.
See, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to technical shit. I really don't.
It's okay. We're learning. I think one coffee morning I'm actually going to devote to showing some of you the inside of StreamYard, the inside of Studio, and discussing and teaching how to use it, how to maneuver around in it.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I am all for you guys starting a channel if that's what you want. And I will absolutely show you how to do it,
StreamYard has a YouTube channel of their own too, where they have like help videos and shit like that.
Right. Okay, Mary, I'll check it out when we get done.
Have you ever watched them videos?
Watched what?
I've watched a couple of them, but yeah, they're not. I'm a hacker, so they're not very helpful for a guy like me.
Well, I was pretty tech dumb going into this. And there was a lot of times trying to figure out how to work StreamYard or something in YouTube that, we hit the videos to find out. And I remember there was a part over on Buddy's channel when we finally got 1,000 subs and all the hours and everything. And they did this, I don't know. It was a bunch of hoops.
But I don't know. I mean, I found StreamYard really user friendly myself. So
there was an instant where there was some cross addresses where his driver's license said one thing and his home address was another.
Oh, really? Wait a minute. He shouldn't have had to have showed any kind of ID or anything.
Oh, you do when you get monetized.
yeah, you do.
And anyway, it was all about, we were waiting on the PIN number, right? Because to tie it up, you go through all the hoops, you fill out all the paperwork, you send in all the stuff that you're supposed to. And the final thing is waiting on a PIN number, right? And so what we were trying to do was get back into the system and straighten the addresses out. Something that simple. We watched YouTube video. Actually, one of them we watched came on, and you know what it said? I shit you not. He laughed and said, "It is very hard to get a PIN number. The hardest thing to do is to get a PIN number. Once you finally get your PIN number, you're set." And the video ended.
Good morning, Kathy.
I stood there for 10 minutes going, there was no information. Like, there was no information in that. He basically did a video bragging he got his PIN number, and that was it. That was supposed to help me.
Oh, that was just some YouTuber made a video like how to.
Yeah, all the how-tos. Yeah, you got to be careful because a lot of them, you sit and watch for an hour and a half, and they absolutely do not offer any information.
Yeah, you got to be careful about videos like that. Just because they're just, your average everyday YouTube users making videos,
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're not helpful at all.
At all. It was more like they were bragging that they finished the process. Hoo, good luck to you was the message I was getting. Like, wow, that doesn't help.
Yeah, when your channel gets monetized, you got to go through some hoops on that.
Yeah, it is like the Medicare information, Mary. It's just everybody passing the buck and nobody answering any questions. It did though. It was so aggravating for Buddy. Bless his heart. He tried, and he filled it out and turned it in, and they would kick it back. And we had a really fun, not fun time with that. The videos were no help. The more videos we watched, the more confused we were.
Yeah, it's almost not worth it, you know, because even when you monetize, then you're not really making anything for any kind of advertising, and then with super chats and stuff, YouTube's taken damn near 50% of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you don't have a monetized channel, you can still post your PayPal link and still just do it that way, and then you're getting what 98% of
Yeah,
any funds coming
yeah.
your way. You know, it's really not worth it to monetize.
It's a lot of hoops, and I high five all those that made it through the process because it's not easy. The last thing YouTube ever wants to do is pay us. That's just the bottom line.
Well, see, that's why you make money on your channel away from your channel.
Exactly.
I tell you what's going to make you the money if you're a small channel. Like my channel's not that big. I'm monetized though. I know I'm not going to make money on these super chats, super stickers, all this stuff. Where I'm going to make the money is with the merch because people will buy it.
What's up, Uncle Fatty?
What's up?
Hey, Uncle Fatty, welcome in.
You here?
Remember the guys, the link is pinned atop of chat. Everybody is welcome up this morning.
Because I think once you become a monetized channel, at first you're just on there having fun and doing your thing. Once you become monetized, it turns into more of a business at that point.
It does. It really does.
And that's how you got to look at it.
And there's tips I want to go through with you guys about, different ways to play the analytics or how to see the analytics and how you use the analytics to kind of make your marketing plan. Because like Luna said, once you become monetized, you start thinking of it like a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on just a second.
All right.
There's no reason to think of it any way other than a business if you're planning on monetizing. Like me,
Yeah, because I'm a business woman. That's what I did for a living. So yeah, that's how I look at my channel. As a business now. It ain't no fun time now. Now's the time you got to get serious about it.
Yeah, I would never monetize.
Well, there's people that don't. I mean, it's your choice if you want to or not.
Right.
But yeah, my thing was okay. This ain't gonna make me money. I know where the money's at, and it's not in the super chats and all this stuff. All I got to do is launch my merch store. That's where I'm gonna make the money.
Welcome in, Frankie. Thanks for coming.
Frankie, how you doing? Uncle Fatty. Fuck YouTube.
Mary Teresa said, do you all think YouTube is next to be banned after TikTok being banned?
I don't think so. I don't think YouTube will go anywhere.
I don't either. There's too many people. They're making too much money from it.
Yeah.
All right, I apologize for phone calls this morning. Hello, Frankie. Good to see you.
Haven't seen Frankie around in a while.
How you doing, Frankie? Why is it so quiet? Because you're not up here talking with us, Kathy. Come up and talk with us. I got that, by the way, Kathy.
I have no idea. I was sitting here waiting for somebody to say something.
If anybody's got anything to say about anything, go for it. It's a free panel to open up and say what you're feeling. Or
They
what
promised
you may want to talk about.
They promised us flying cars in the Back to the Future movie. I'm disappointed because
Hello, Wanda.
came and went, and we still don't got flying cars.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. Hello, Sipping on Fire. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Sippin'.
Sippin'?
Is that the world went for the flying cars instead of the Rosie robots? Like, what? Why? I wanted the Rosie robot more than I wanted to fly in the air. Somebody said earlier, well, wasn't Rosie bossy? Yes, she was, because she was the babysitter too.
You know what they got right though? Was them holograms. Remember when he was in the future?
Oh, yeah.
Oz shark hologram or whatever. Yeah, they got that shit in Dubai.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah, like 7D holographic technology. Yep. Yep, they got that.
I want to be a hologram. And I will leave my hologram up in society and I will go hide in the mountains. Let my hologram handle it all. So what are y'all's thoughts on the AI? Keep it or trash it?
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but I mean, I've talked about it a little bit. I used to work in engineering, and in the early days of engineering, we used AI quite a bit. So I've like programmed a lot of AI software and stuff over the years, and sort of programmed myself out of a career, in fact, by doing it. It can be good, but what I see, you know, them using it like on the internet and shit, it's really, I don't know, it's not really beneficial in any way. You know what I mean? Like people using it for like a disguise, you know, to like fucking trick people on a YouTube panel and shit, and you know, to draw a pretty painting, you know, an AI painting and stuff. It's really not all that beneficial to society.
I don't think so either. I used to believe it was going to be. But like I've said before, I sat and watched the interview they did with Elon Musk discussing it. And I have to agree with Elon. We were not ready for this. As much as we wanted a brain to think and problem solve our hard stuff, it's going to bite us in the butt. Like you said, you know, people AIing themselves into somebody else and wreaking havoc. But the other part of it, you know, and I can't get over it. There's a part in that interview that Elon just explicitly says, look, these AIs are going to take us over. Well, we have trained them and programmed them to learn, right? To constantly learn And what they're going to do is they're going to come to a point that they learn that we are trashing the world, that humans are trashing the world. And that's to them because what we allowed them to learn in their programming to save the world, they're going to have to take us out.
Well, that's like a Terminator scenario then.
Yeah, kind of.
The Terminator
But
movie.
he sit down and had a conversation with an AI to basically check for that. And that AI female version basically told him, yes, it will come to that. When we come to a point that we see y'all as a problem, our programming will tell us to take over because that's what y'all programmed us to.
Well, and that sort of AI, I think, is being implemented in like these cars that automatically drive themselves and shit like that, right?
Right.
So, like, if it senses that, like you're piloting the car, right? If somebody jumps out in front of your car and you don't hit that brake fast enough, the AI is going to take over and slam on that brake, right? Because it's using motion sensors and whatnot.
Right.
It's like objects near. I mean, that's like a good beneficial aspect of it,
Yeah.
you know. And some of the engineering stuff that like I worked with throughout the years, like we used AI programs and Lisp routines to engineer buildings very rapidly that would have taken us, you know, quite a long time to crunch all the numbers by hand,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean that's kind of beneficial there.
I
But
see it as the beginning of the end, actually.
like what you're saying, like I don't know, when I look and I watch like these Japanese videos, like these Japanese robots that have AI
Yeah.
intelligence chips in them and stuff like that, I don't see how that is beneficial at all. I really don't. I mean,
I
you're
agree with
talking like a Cherry 2000 movie, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. They're developing these robots, and they'll probably end up using them to fight wars now.
And in
I
a way,
wonder where that scenario came up.
well, actually, in a way, we already do. Though they're not in like human looking robot form, we are now using drones, unmanned drones to fly over and drop bombs.
Right, and then a lot of the electronics in that is automatic.
And
It's not like a remote control airplane, is what I'm saying. A lot of the
Right.
functions of that is automatic.
Right. And then we worry about, you know, viruses and hacking. You know, and hacking and all that is always going to develop as technology develops. As we find ways to block the hackers, they're going to find new ways to get in. And the thought of driving a car, you know, one of those driverless cars, driving me over a bridge or, you know, some crazy scenario, and my car getting hacked. You know, if they hack the system on my car is no longer in control of itself. The hacker is. That's right, Frankie. What doesn't help us will kill us.
That's the truth, too. I don't know about you guys, but that AI shit scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, it kind of, you know, the thought in the back of my head remains, you know, shouldn't we still leave an option to turn them all off? Like, shouldn't we still be programming that in?
It's like
By all rights, yeah.
All right, so like you got cruise control on your car, right?
Yeah.
I don't know when that came out, with like late 1970s, early 1980s. So you could depress the gas pedal, right? And then you could flip the switch, on your blinker lever
Uh-huh.
to activate the cruise control. And then that would maintain that speed at where you had the gas pedal set.
Yeah.
And it would maintain it going up a hill and whatnot. Going down a hill, it would let off the gas and start
Yeah, I would
coasting. Going up the
adjust.
hill, it would accelerate more to try
Yeah.
to maintain that speed. So that's like automatic pilot on an airplane, right? Sort of.
Right.
But that's like, that can be looked at as kind of like a predecessor to all this AI bullshit, right? So all this automation that happens, there's a difference between robotic automation and AI, artificial intelligence, though. Like you said, Mouse, the AI, it actually thinks. It's a if this, then that, or else do this other thing type
Yeah.
of fucking programming. So it runs scenarios like, all right, there's a fork in the road, but a fucking AI doesn't have to stay on the road. It doesn't have to go left or right. It can do that other thing, right? And then adapt on the fly. So is that safe for humanity? I don't think that's safe. I really don't.
I have to agree with Sippin. If you see it in movies, most likely it already exists or is possible. Yes,
Have you
I've
seen
always
no,
thought that.
Hairbag and Mouse? Have you seen the Cercos robot that the students at MIT built?
No,
I don't
This
think
was
so.
like 10 or 12 years ago now. It is a bipedal humanoid, like AI robot. It's scary as hell, man. I mean, it looks like a C3PO, only it's not clunky like C3PO, you know?
Is this the one they were teaching to walk up and down different terrains and things at the time and taught it to dance?
Mm, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the same one. The one I'm thinking of, it's called Cercos, and it was the people at MIT University built it as an experiment. But Cercos is also a company that makes military grade exoskeletons for the U.S. military, and the United States is the leader in exoskeleton technology worldwide. I mean, we've even got Japan beat when it comes to exoskeleton technology. And you know how the Japanese are like way big time into robotics and crap.
Yeah.
But the MIT Cergos robot, that's not an exoskeleton. It's like a full blown like C3PO robot. And I mean, from what I saw, they didn't have any kind of like skin or like, fenders. I'll use the term fenders. They didn't have any fenders on that vehicle. Not that it was a vehicle. All right. It was an actual bipedal robot, humanoid robot. It
Uh-huh.
was like C3PO and he was naked. So, but it had eyeballs and stuff. So it was like, I got the impression that they were trying to make it look like a real person. Like eventually they want to make like a Terminator, like a real world Terminator.
I don't know. I don't like the idea. You know, thinking about it, you know, let's drag it all across the board here. What about crime and the crime rate? You think AI will make that worse, or will we have a bigger brother system than before?
See, now you're bringing in like the RoboCop scenario.
Well, actually, I'm thinking of, you know, when someone commits a crime, right? And they do what they call the forensics on the electronics or on the devices.
Yeah.
You know, would that later include, you know, our AI robot? Will they come in and confiscate our AI robot, download all the data, and see if the AI picked up the crime?
They probably could. I mean, right now they use software called Cellbrite, and they pretty much download your entire cell phone.
Right.
If they have like a warrant and suspect you of something. You know?
Well, you know, they've even actually moved into in a crime when they're doing an investigation and they take your phones. The list has increased. They also take your TV if it's a smart TV, any smart devices in the house, smart appliances. They will also confiscate to see if any of those contained any, you know, if it picked up a voice, if it picked up a command, if it noticed, you know, humans around it. But yeah, even in the Summer Wells case, they confiscated the smart TV.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, I wonder how much more involved the technology will become in you know, solving crimes. Like, will they be confiscating our AI robot? That AI robot telling it all, you know.
Well, depending on what sensors it has on it, you know, I suppose they would.
Like I said, that shit is scaring the hell out of me.
Like a smart TV, you can, you know, do Google searches, and you can, you know, search for videos to watch and crap like that on your smart TV. I'm not sure if it's got like a microphone in it.
Some do. That's what I was saying. Some even have a camera. But they do have the microphone for the you know, the Hey Siri thing or Hey Google thing that's hooked up, you know, when you've got your house all hooked up.
Really?
And so yeah, your TV can collect information.
For sure.
You know how I would destroy my robot for ratting me out? I would take a crowbar to that bad boy. Shut up! Shut up! Or could we program it to keep its mouth shut, you know, during interrogation?
I mean, you could. I mean, see, that's the thing about it. They're just machines at the end of the day, and they need to be programmed by a person, right? A flesh and blood person.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, you could. Like, I don't have a smart TV. I got a dumb TV, but it's not beyond my skill level to like take apart electronics and, you know, trace the circuit board to all of the individual components of it and figure out how it works. That's part of hardware hacking.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I don't know. Like you said, with these see, that's what's troubling to me, all right? Because like with these microphones, they're listening all the time, right? Like there's been instances where I've been having you know, just a random conversation with somebody, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't have a cell phone, but they do,
Uh-huh.
right? We're talking about something odd, you know, I don't know,
like cooking sausage on the barbecue grill.
Well, I'm gonna take something gender specific, like me and my buddy were talking about lipstick. All right, we're making fun of and we're talking about like, you know, how to paint a clown face using lipstick or something odd like that, right? It's just
Right.
random. And then 2 days later, I'm sitting here on YouTube, and next thing you know, Google is trying to show me all sorts of, you know, how to
Lipstick?
apply lipstick and shit like
Oh
this.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it's not attached to like my Google account in any way, shape, or form. So how is it that Google would know to like
Yeah, exactly. I
send
hear
me
what you're saying.
lipstick commercials and shit? When
Yeah.
2 days prior, me and my buddy just had a, you know, 5 minute random, you know,
It is that algorithm that has gotten the social medias in so much trouble right now, especially TikTok. And there was one of Snapchat, I think. But these algorithms, you know, they really hone in on what it believes your interests are, what you're talking about, the subject, all of
and it's
this.
and it's listening all the time because of that microphone.
Right.
So
So
that
when you have a child
transducer,
that, when you have a child that's having a moment of self confidence or lack thereof,
right?
these algorithms really hone in. If a
Mhm.
girl might, question, and is my weight okay for my age? And she looks at, she just looks it up. What's the average weight for, a person my size? It locks onto the algorithm, and then it's really pushing weight loss at her. All the commercials it's adding, and then it plays on her. You know what I mean? It hones in on this weight loss thing. But to a teenage mind, it's the world as it is. They don't understand that stuff's being poured on them. So
Right,
what they're seeing,
deliberately, and
yeah,
that's actually from my perspective, that's a form of psychological abuse
It
that
is.
they're using. I mean, they've programmed that AI to fucking respond that way, you know, and that's like a form of psychological abuse, is from my
I agree.
perspective, you know.
yeah. I mean, one crazy weak moment can be pounded in their head for months. I think if we could undo that, and I know it was made for advertising purposes. I know the program was wrote to only show us advertisement on things we're interested in. And at first I appreciated that because I don't need your jock itch cream, never will.
Yeah, but now that you've mentioned Jack Itch, you know, you for the next 2 days, you're
Yeah.
gonna be flooded with Jack Itch cream commercials.
Oh, that and
Probably.
articles about broccoli. Yeah. And I'll even, it'll even come up with interviews from doctors about it.
You know? And
You know what I mean?
it's important to recognize that AI, it doesn't have anything to do with like an actual like physical robot. Like AI is just the actual like software.
Right.
So Google, like the search engine, it has AI incorporated into it.
Yeah.
You
Sippin
know,
says we all getting jock itch ads now.
Grab it if you need it, guys.
Hello, Sasha. Sorry, I was waiting for a chance to say hello.
Frankie says, yeah, I was talking to Sippin on the phone, and she was talking about menopause, and my phone started sending me videos of it.
Oh
See,
boy.
and that's what I mean. And to me, that's dangerous because AI has already outsmarted us in that aspect, that it can fool our brains and, pour one subject on us and not let off.
Yep, exactly. I was watching a show. And I'm going back to the AI deal. And they wanted to see if there was any noxious gas in this cave before they went into it. They brought out this thing that they called a robotic dog. This thing was unbelievable. I mean, it had cameras, it had gas sensors, it even had GPR, or what a ground penetrating radar. Yeah, GPR. It was unbelievable.
What was that called, Herberg?
I have no idea what they called it. All I know is it was like a dog. And it actually walked into this cave and checked it out. And it went quite a ways in, too.
Was that a military robot?
No.
Really? So I've heard of you've heard of Big Dog, right? The military robot.
No, I haven't. I wouldn't doubt it, though.
There was a video on YouTube. It's quite old nowadays, though. Can't imagine how advanced they got it now. But there's a YouTube video of this Big Dog. It's a military robot. They had it hauling all sorts of gear, military gear. They were using it kind of like a mule. And they made the thing walk out onto the sheer ice, like a frozen pond or something. They had a bunch of soldiers trying to kick this thing over. You should have seen this thing maintain its balance on that slippery ice. It was incredible.
Wow.
And that's all AI, like how it walks and moves and reacted to being kicked and stuff. And it stayed on its feet, man.
Mm.
But it didn't have like
what they're designing
like a
it
dog
for,
or
you
nothing.
know?
Huh?
I said it makes you wonder what they designed it to do, what it was for.
As like a mule, like a gear hauler, There was another one too. I don't think it was a military. It was MIT or something. It's called the Cheetah, and it was basically a robotic cheetah. And that thing, they had it on a treadmill running, and that thing was pretty incredible too. And I'm not sure if those were hydraulic or pneumatic. There was another one that was a pneumatic cockroach, and that was quite incredible.
Wow.
All those are old, though. I haven't really looked into any of this AI robotic technology for about 10 years.
Hello, buddy. Welcome back.
Hey, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I did get that. Thank you, buddy. Oh, thank you again, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I got it, buddy. I just got the notify. Thank you, buddy. Hello, Sasha Jade. And again, you guys, the link is pinned atop the chat. It is open panel. If anybody wants to come up, y'all come up and join us.
Sorry, I was listening and responding to an email.
Not a lot, Sasha. You can come up and chat with us if you want to. And so can Mary. God, I haven't seen you in a while, Sasha. Hadn't heard your voice in a while.
I know, right?
I miss Sasha coming in hot. Absolutely, buddy boy. Absolutely.
I was laughing yesterday morning listening to Buddy's early morning news broadcast. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to let anybody that heard that broadcast know I really wasn't in the hospital. So, just so you know.
Oh yeah, it
But
was.
that was good when I found out what it was. I laughed like hell, buddy. It was like, where do you come up with this shit?
You got to admit, it was funny, airbag.
Yeah, it was. Damn fool.
I was listening to that live. I was crying. I was hurt. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was funny.
This is what I'm going to miss when I'm gone. Just hanging out with everybody.
I love it too. Catching up, just chilling out. But I do enjoy the fact now that at least here on YouTube, with all the censors and everything, it is at least allowing us to stop and have, everyday life conversations. Sipping said, I know her bag. She was apparently breathing fire.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? I might have to send my crew to Buddy and you all to babysit while I'm gone.
She drank a shot of invisible fire.
Because they're going to have somewhere to go.
I think.
Well, sipping every Thursday we're on, and that's what we're about, being chill and just talking about whatever.
You got to get your head examined, buddy. What for now?
Really, Mouse? You gotta ask?
That was the retort.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, he's got to get his things together over there. I can agree with that.
That's a funny statement. But while we're at that subject, we want to blow the well wishes out to you, Jeff, for a speedy recovery. I hope you make it home. I hope everything works out. This is a fellow YouTuber who was in a really crazy accident. He was over visiting Thailand. He got smacked he was smacked by a moped rider. And it had done some damage down south that he's getting repaired. I'll leave it at that.
Ouch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, smacked him right in the midsection.
Oh, my God. It hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Bless his heart. But we want to give a shout out to Jeff if you're out there listening. We wish you well. We hope a speedy recovery.
And Bud, I hope it didn't ruin you.
I think everything will be okay.
God.
He's got some really good doctors working on him. He says they're very attentive. He's checked in every day to let everybody know his progress. And his spirits are really good, guys. I mean, for all that and being on vacation, being just out of the country. And having an accident alone is just crazy. He was already scheduled to fly home. Because he's in the hospital, he missed his flight, had to reschedule all that.
Yes, buddy, we did.
We love
that morning one he done, that was probably some of the funniest stuff I'd seen in a long time.
I had got to see Buddy just let loose and cut up in a long time. I loved watching him. And he has fun with it too.
Yeah, he does. He acts like he's in an actual studio. He
The-
looks over to talk to what he's implying is a producer.
And y'all, because I'm not on Buddy's channel right now, I'm on mine. Please let me set this warning out, guys. Buddy jokes. He jokes with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't take his jokes personal out there, guys. It's all in fun. He never means any harm.
Sasha wants to know who was in accident.
Beers
that-
and cheers.
Yeah, it was Jeff from Beers and Cheers.
Man, what a hell of a way to end a vacation.
I know, right?
Wow.
What, was he walking down the sidewalk and got run over by a dude riding a
Moped?
moped?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
And got smacked,
That
Jesus
sucks.
Christ.
Most of us are just here to bring crabs home from vacation, right? None of that business going on.
Hey, buddy, Sippin says she misses you going to karaoke.
I do too. I wish he would go over there more often. And she does karaoke more than just one day a week now, buddy.
Sasha, I have an urge to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight. It's always just a whim away, a whim away, a whim away.
Yeah. Anybody been watching March Madness?
It's
What is that exactly? Oh, that's like
Basketball.
basketball or something. Yeah, no, I don't follow
Yes.
basketball.
Me neither.
Uncle Fatty says, my brother Wes, while hunting with his brother, dropped the rifle, shot off his.
No.
Oh, and now we
No.
call him Winnet West.
No. Holy cow. Are you serious?
one
You're not serious. You gotta be joking.
This one actually happened to my 8-year-old nephew. They were in some guy's house. He had a loaded shotgun, and his stepbrother, being younger than him, seen the gun on the bed, put his hand on the trigger, it went off and shot him right in the groin. He cannot walk anymore.
Mm. I'll be back over where? What are you talking about, buddy?
He's telling Fatty to call him.
Oh.
I'm kind of with Frankie. If it ain't football, I ain't watching. I do like sports, but I haven't even kept up with NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
really
somebody
watch
asked
sports.
me about the eclipse earlier if I was going to watch it, and I said no. And I'll tell you, I'll elaborate on it. Because at this time of year up here, we're in the path of total darkness. But I'm telling you, I'll bet you 10-1 it's going to be cloudy as hell.
Probably too cloudy to see it, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It'll-
I mean, it'll
Those are
still
like-
get dark,
yeah.
but we won't be able to see it, I'll bet you.
Well, I picked up some of those glasses just in case.
Boogeyman
Oh, you'll
comes
probably
in.
be able to see it. Your skies will probably be clear. You'll be able to see a partial anyway.
Oh, thank you, Sippin. That connected the dots for me. Thank you. Yeah, I'm mourning it here. Thank you, Sippin. He was talking about going back to karaoke. Well, the last time we had an eclipse, I didn't have the glasses, but I can tell you guys, and this is for the guys or the gals if you have a guy, welding helmets were great for watching eclipses.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
What if we're not in the path of, I don't know, the
You
path
still
of
don't want to look at it. You want something else. There's a little trick you can do if you don't have glasses and it's clear. You can take a paper towel tube, tape a piece of paper over it, and prick a hole in the paper, and then have another piece on the
on the
What did you do, Sasha? Where did Hairback go? What did you do?
I have that effect on men.
everybody
You
gets
chased
good.
Hairback off. Smith scared him off.
Oh, hair bag.
You go sneak in the back door. There you go.
Nervous hair bag much?
this
Yeah, but like,
freaking phone. I'm getting so sick of this damn thing.
Sure. It was my presence.
It's
You sure?
the AI.
Hi,
Not saying
Sasha.
anything.
Oh, hello, everybody. Mouse,
Uh-huh.
can I ask you? Did you say you got the glasses, the cardboard glasses,
Uh-huh.
films? Do you have them close by?
Yeah.
Can you look on the arm of them and see if there's a number? It would have a letter and then 1232-12 or something like that.
Let me see.
Because I heard only to use, there's a lot of fake ones out there, just people making money and don't care if we go blind. There are
Yeah,
things that you're supposed to have and they have a certain number on them. So just make
you're
sure.
right.
I don't want Mouse going blind, so.
Yeah, really. I don't want anybody going blind. I heard that on the news too.
Also, do not use, people think if they're a welder, they can use their welding shields or welding glasses. That's not true because the light, the whatever that you use for welding, the welding is not as strong as the sun, believe it or not. So it would not protect you. It will protect you from welding and a welding arc, whatever, but it would not protect you from the sun's rays.
All right. What numbers am I supposed to have, Sasha?
I can't remember, but I know it was 1,
How
2,
come,
3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, something similar to that. And it's
1 2 3 1 2 -2
Yep, that's it.
2015.
Oh, I don't know the 015, but yeah, you're seeing like the ones they said to make sure. I'm gonna have to look that up because I want to get them and I want to make sure. But yeah, yours. I knew it was a 1, 2, 3.
Well, these actually come from Canada. They are manufactured in Toronto.
Oh, I wouldn't trust them. That's kind of risky, Mouse.
They're probably crap. Yeah,
I know.
probably not really from Toronto.
How come you can stare at the sun, right? But you can't stare at the sun when there's an eclipse.
You can't stare at
But
the
you can-
sun anytime. What do
Sure
you
you
mean
can.
stare at the sun? You're gonna have
Well-
eye damage.
Huh?
You're gonna have eye damage. You can't stare at this. You're never supposed to look at the sun
Why?
because it will damage your cornea. Your retina will rip off. Burn your corneas.
Yeah, you'll burn your eyes. It's the same as,
Staring at a light too long, you get that
So,
big old dot in the
people-
middle of your
Right.
eyesight.
So you'll see spots. People don't normally stare at the sun, but when there's an eclipse or something happening with the sun, people are going to look. That's why they're saying do not look. Because on a
Right.
normal daily basis, you would know to not look at the sun. Because that's like why,
Yeah, we tell our kids that.
I thought that like when you stared at the sun, it gave you more vitamin D. It like helped your eyesight.
No, it does not help the eyesight. It ruins the eyesight. It hurts the eyesight.
Sure.
Silly fool.
But people stare at the sunset all the time.
Well, it's not as bright, and the sun has gone down, and what the sunset is a bunch of colors across the skyline. It's not the actual sun you're looking at. You watch the sun go down, but you're not staring at the sun. You're staring at the orange, the yellow, the purple. Well, we get purple the odd time. Crazy colors. Beautiful colors.
Huh.
Yeah.
So if I'm in Wisconsin, am I going to be able to see the eclipse since I'm like not in the path of
A
it?
partial.
Yeah,
You'll
part of
see
it.
a partial, but not the full blown darkness.
Okay.
Oh, and let me finish what I was saying before I got rudely kicked off. You take a piece of paper and put it at the end of that tube where the hole is, and it'll show on that piece of paper.
Here's another thing. Did you hear this one? Hairbacks? Hairbacks. That's a new one, isn't it? Hairbacks.
Yeah.
You got hairy back.
Anybody want to shave me?
That's the
No.
new one. All that time that buddies, we were trying to come up with all the names. That's one of them. It was not there. But anyway, you get a box, like a big enough box to put like a coffee percolator in, just as an example. And you cut 2 square holes in it and like a strip between those 2 holes about 1 inch wide. And on one side, you put tinfoil over it. The other side, you leave bare. On the tinfoil, you take like a picture nail and poke it through that size hole. But on the inside, where you'd be looking through that tinfoil pinhole, on the bottom part, the bottom part of the box where you would look in, you put a white piece of paper. You take that, put it up to your face, but you put your back to the sun, and then look through that one side with the tinfoil, and you can understand. If not, just Google it.
Right.
And
Frankie, she said hairy back.
I said hairback.
Oh, Lord.
Silverback ape.
All right, hairbag, here's the map.
Right.
And you're going to get to see it really well.
Well, if there's no clouds.
Right.
Look at Newfoundland, Mouse. That's where I'm going to be.
You're going to get a lot of it too, huh?
Wait. 3 minutes, 46 seconds, I think it is. Close to 4 minutes.
But is it going to be what percent?
Total darkness.
So you're going to get 100% eclipse.
Yes. Total eclipse of the heart. I got to take my guitar out. I'm actually taking my guitar out, and a bunch of us are taking our guitars, and we're going to sing the song right as it goes, like total eclipse.
Frankie said ISO 12312-2 is the safe ones.
Yeah, there you go. But why?
Yeah, that's the ones I've got.
Yeah, yours is right, isn't it?
I lucked out on that
Excuse
one.
me, Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Thank you for having me up on panel with you. It's definitely been fun hanging out.
All
But
right.
it's going on 10, and me and the boys got to get out of here and go do what we do.
All right, definitely. We thank you for stopping by, Luna. And while I got you here, I want to remind everybody this is Coffee Club. This is where we meet up, we network. Everybody pretty much knows each other here this morning.
Later, Luna, you have a good day.
Luna will be holding Monday morning. And if you guys want to get in on it, we do have a couple of days of the week that are open. That'll mean, 1 day a week you have guaranteed views from Coffee Club. So let me know if y'all want in on that.
I'll sub up to Luna, but I'm probably going to be working, but you never know. It's iffy thing. So I just go whoever's on, but I'll sub up to Luna and try and get
You
there.
don't work. You go snowboarding and skiing all the time.
I hook off, don't I?
All right, Sassy, can you do me a favor and put Luna's link in chat?
And announcement, guys. As of tomorrow at 1 o'clock, this hike is official. I pick up all my permits tomorrow.
I saw that
Perfect.
in a replay.
Right.
It's funny,
Very
you're
permit
going on a
for.
big hike, aren't you?
So I'm like, yay.
Well, good luck with that, Luna, and make sure you're safe and watch your feet.
Absolutely. Luna is taking a good hike, and she's going to keep us updated as much as she can, depending on cell service. We
Right.
wish you safe travels, Luna. I can't wait to get all the footage back from the trip. It's going to be cool to see.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be great.
Get lots of pictures.
Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
live?
pictures and whatever I can get. And
Don't
I
fall.
think I'm gonna be able to probably do a live with y'all probably May 7th, because I'll be at my stopping point.
Is it all
So I'm
in
gonna
the
take
woods, or is it along a highway too, or just all woods?
it's all woods.
All woods. Okay. I didn't know if it was for a charity event or like for cancer, something.
Well, I'm doing it as a fundraiser.
Oh, are you for what?
Yeah. Susan G. Komen for the cure for breast cancer.
Oh, that is so
Oh,
good.
cool. And see, I didn't
Are
even know
you
that.
are you doing it as a price per mile or what?
No, I have 4 businesses that's jumped on board with me to do this, and once I get from point A to point B and finish it, they're going to be making some big donations in my name to that organization.
That is awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
way to go, Luna. That is so good of you to do. So
Well, I think I had to use my past business connections to make it work.
whatever
But yeah,
works.
they were definitely on board with it. They're like, hey, you finish it. This is how much we're going to donate. See, they use it as a tax write-off.
Right.
So
Right.
I approached them at the right time with it.
You're very
So,
wise.
yeah. Well, that's how you do it when you're a business owner. You got to look for them tax write-offs.
Yep. You can do a lot with it. Do a
So
lot.
yeah, I'm excited to get out there and do it. But yeah,
People are wanting
that was the
Luna's,
email.
people are wanting Luna's channel drop.
Yeah, people can donate to Luna's channel too for breast cancer, right?
No, I'm not doing it on private
YouTube.
private donations. I'm going strictly through these businesses I'm working with.
Oh, okay.
So
Sippin says that's awesome, Luna. My mother-in-law is fighting breast cancer right now. Thank you for doing that.
well, I dealt with this last fall. I mean, I'm a survivor too. So my thing was, if I got well and they got this all took care of, I was going to do this as a fundraiser.
Oh, that
My
was
mind was already made up.
very quick recovery.
Yeah, I did actually pretty well on my recovery.
Did you have to
So
get chemo and radiation?
yeah,
Well,
Thank you, Sippin.
how many months
there
of
was
chemo did you get, Luna?
Oh, thank you,
I
Sippin.
got 8 weeks of chemo and 4 radiation treatments.
Oh, okay. I had 6 months.
Yeah,
chemo.
they caught mine early.
Yeah, they caught mine early too. I had 6 months of radiation and 29 days of radiation and 6 months of chemo.
Yeah, mine didn't last that long, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the sickest I ever had been in my life. I mean, when you're so sick, you're just praying, God, just let me die because I don't want to deal with it no more.
At my 4th month, I wanted to die. I didn't care. I
You
wanted
know
to
you're in
die.
bad shape.
And the doctor told me, you have diabetes. You're going to be sicker than the average person without diabetes. Do you still want to do it? And I said, well, I want to live. But then when I got to the 4th month, I said, I can't do it anymore. He said, why? I said, I'm too sick. I can't. You were right. It's way worse than people have known, right? He said, well, cancer is worse. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And I did it. I'll never
Wow.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they told me, I was just in a state of shock for about 3 days. I was
Did,
like, what?
did your mind race? Like, you know what it really, everybody says your mind is racing, but I really know what that means now. It's like everything's going woo, 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 woo in your brain. Like you're hearing a million things at once. Whatever the doctor says is gone.
Well,
In
the first thing I thought of, I think that crossed my mind once it really sunk in, was one day I'm going to die, but this is not what's going to take me out.
Right.
I was determined. I'll do your things you want me to do, but I'm still going to be here afterwards.
Did they offer you any kind of after treatment, like the immunotherapy kind of thing?
No,
what? You're supposed to have
but I
something
never was
that you
around
don't get.
people.
They're supposed to do something about the hormones and you have a pill to take, don't you?
Well, I mean, I don't even ask me what medication they gave me because my daughter came up from Oklahoma and she's the one dealt with all that. She'd just bring it to me. So, I mean, it could have been something. I mean, I don't even know what I took. I had like 10 bottles of medication I was taking.
Well, my father, y'all know, was also diagnosed, and he went through treatment, radiation and chemotherapy, and he got a clean bill of health on the cancer, but they're still giving him treatments through the port, and it's kind of like immunotherapy, basically.
Yeah, to build your immune system back up
Well,
because
that
chemo kills. It just
and
kills it out.
and to prevent it from ever coming back, kind of. But my question is, how long will they leave him on that?
Usually,
I have no idea.
it used to be with women, because it's all a hormone thing with breast cancer and ovarian cancer and everything.
Well, his was lung cancer, so it's a little different, but
either the rest of his life or 10 years, because I know it used to be 5. If you're 5 years, you're in the clear. But they put it up to 10 years because people were getting their cancer back after 10 years in a different spot.
well, this treatment is actually making him sicker than the cancer treatments.
What kind of treatment is it exactly?
I can't, Infinzo or something like that.
But it's
Infinzi.
supposed to build up his immune system due to his immune system getting broken down from the radiation therapy, right?
From the chemo.
Well, actually, it's the chemotherapy that kills your immune system out.
Mm-hmm. My radiologist said I was one of the top 4 people that he has ever seen from radiation. The burn was that bad.
Wow.
And I got in a fire after that. So enough with the burns for me. I hear back.
When I ask him, he just tells me I don't know, and his doctor hasn't given him like an ending date to this treatment.
He should ask the doctor, like, how long.
Well, the answer he gets is until, or as long as we can.
Probably the rest of his life.
No, I'm not okay with that. I want that poured out. I really want that.
Why? I have a port still in, and because of my diabetes, it's just under my collarbone, right where my cancer was. And what you do, but it's on the opposite side, obviously. But what happens is you can get blood work because your veins. Well, if you I didn't get the port in right away when I was getting my chemo. So the chemo burnt my veins. I'm a diabetic, so I have scar tissue on my veins anyway from all the blood work over the years. So the port, they use it to get my blood work out of, and they flush it. It used to be every month until COVID. Now they flush it every 2 months. So they just kept with that. But what they did is they can take my Diabetics are always in the hospital. You get a cold, you're in the hospital, your kidneys start shutting down, whatever. You're always sick. But anyway, they can put your IV into your port and you don't feel it. Tiny little pinch, that's it.
How
Whereas
long have you had your port?
with our massive, well, then I'd be giving out how long I've had cancer. So I don't want to do that on here because that'll give me away. I'm only in a small town here in Newfoundland.
Has
But
it been over 5 years? I mean, has it been years? And you're
I just said 20.
Okay, well, then I'll ask you this: is there a plan to ever remove it, or are you going to leave it?
I was told I can have it taken out after 10 years, but I don't want to because I can get my blood work in it, I can get my IV put in it, and then they don't have to mess with my veins. So I like it. You can't see it. It's under the skin, Clothing hides it. I don't go around naked, so I can't feel it. I'm used to it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, really.
I didn't think you could
But
leave one in. I didn't know you could.
I know people who've had them in over 10 years because trust me, I ask people because I don't want mine out. I don't want it. I actually don't want to go back to surgery to get it out because when I was getting it put in, you're awake and they have like plexiglass up to my face. They do in Canada anyway. And then I said, I'm not going to be asleep. I'm so scared. I'm nervous. Like, I freak out. So
Hey,
he
I'm
actually
sorry, son.
holding my hand. And I was trying not to cry, but I knew the doctor was doing something at my collarbone. And I knew he was going to cut me open. And I was awake, but I couldn't feel it. But I could tell his hands were moving. And I just wanted to get up. I don't like being restrained down in a chair while laying on a table, actually.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to go back and do that again because then you got to do the same thing to get it out. So leave it there. I'll die with it.
It won't get it.
I gotta say this, Mouse.
Go ahead.
Lo-fi came in. Nebraska was cold last night. Just saying hi. I will be up on panels when I get to where I'm going. Been on the road for 3 days.
Yay! That means you're in transit.
Yes.
Getting there finally. Good job,
Aaron,
Lo-fi.
you take it easy when you get there, bud.
But thank you, Luna, for what you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I wanted to do something to help other women. That was the whole thing. I ain't doing this for myself.
When
I'm doing it to help other people. So that's my motivation.
Do you know there was a 6-year-old girl I heard of in Canada? I'm not sure where, but in Canada, she had breast cancer. 6 years old.
I know. Doesn't it kill you when you hear about kids having that?
Men have it. Yeah, but I was shocked. I was like, wow, I didn't know little girls could get it. I guess you can get it anywhere. Cancer does not discriminate against age or where it's going to be or or gender or nothing.
It doesn't care how much money you have or don't have.
Exactly. Like, look at all the celebrities. You'd think their money could have saved them, but nope. It's no good.
Hey, handsome. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I want to stop y'all conversation. I was enjoying it.
So how you doing, sir? Oh, he went dark on us.
He's letting Sasha finish.
Okay. Yeah.
So how you doing, sir?
You can finish, Sasha. I was enjoying your convo, what you were saying.
I wasn't. I was talking to Luna actually after that. Then I said, "Hi, Army Vest."
Oh. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mouse. Hairbag, Luna.
Hey.
Arctic, what up, Sasha? Hey, I'm so proud of you women. I am so proud of y'all.
Oh.
Because I have daughters. I have daughters, so it's easy for me to look for men to be strong. But when I see versions of strength of women, the definition of what strength is for a woman, I have to applaud it. And
Yeah,
I'm saying, good
I'll
job.
give you that, Army vet.
Yeah,
Yep.
great job. Great job, ladies.
Great way to put it, too.
Man, hey, I'm giving you your flowers. Damn that.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened here in Canada with my cancer? When they took my tumor out, I opened up after they took the staples out. And what happened was, once you open up, you can't get stitches or glued or anything again, right? You have to let it heal from the inside out. So what happened was, they put me right into chemo, and you're not supposed to get chemo while you have an open wound. Also, you have 6 months to get the chemo. Like, you have to go once every month with the cancer I had. So they sent me in too early. So they had to stop the chemo after the first one. They almost were not able to give me chemo anymore after that, because it has to be 1 month, right? Boom, 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 right after the other. And they had to stop it till I healed. And I'm a diabetic, and diabetics take forever to heal. It took 7 months for me to heal, but they kept giving me the chemo anyway. So I'm surprised I'm alive.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Well, it has an happy ending. You're still here with us. Thank the Lord for that.
I shouldn't be, but I am. It was a loss.
They probably
I
wanted
don't know.
to
Doctor,
catch any residual cancer at an early stage while they could, is probably what their thinking was.
it was stage 1, yeah. The doctor
Yeah.
said he cut me wrong. Cut me wrong. He said, I can fix that for you. We'll go back to surgery. I said, no, thank you. No wonder I don't want to go to surgery.
Hairbag, are you playing with things?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Whoa, pause.
Too much info.
Hairbag's learning the inside of StreamYard, so I'm letting him play with comments.
I
I
already built that StreamYard. I gave Sassy the link.
Where's my link?
See, I didn't want to pass it around like a cigarette, so I just gave it to one person. If they short it, they got to give it around. I think Luna and Sassy got it.
All right. I'll get Luna to email it to me.
And I ain't flirting, Sassy and Frankie. I see you. See y'all. Oh, my bad.
Wait. What? Not flirting? What? What? Oh, come on.
What?
Why ain't no fun?
So back to the total eclipse story, if I can ask. What do you guys all think of the National Guard being called in? And they said, and I don't know if this is a rumor, but I did hear this guy saying what was on the news in his state, wherever it was in the past, that there was chemical scientists dealing with nuclear and chemical things going to be called in. Did anybody hear that?
What's this now?
A guy, I'll have to find his post again. He seemed really sincere. He listed everything else that was happening. He said that the National Guard was called in. They said the reason for they're calling a state of an emergency is so they can have more called in for traffic control, and it's going to triple the population in certain states for the eclipse.
Oh, for everybody.
That might be down for the border.
But it's right smack dab in the middle of this one place, right in the middle of it, where it's
What
going
state?
to 4 minutes, 28 seconds, something like that, to see it. But who's they? It's the man I'm talking about, who did a video. he said the government said that they're getting the National Guard in, and something to do with scientists to deal with chemicals and nuclear things. And people are wondering why for an eclipse, why for a tourism attraction, like why? Like
I
when you
no
have
idea. I haven't heard anything
when you
like
had this, they said they had this guy at Niagara going across on a unicycle or a bike or something on a rope going across Niagara Falls. They had 100,000 people there. They didn't have the National Guard. They didn't have all of this, whatever. So if there's going to be 100,000 people in a spot to watch it, why would they all of a sudden have them now? I guess you're getting all the end of the world.
I will
people.
answer it basically this way. Because like I showed you, it's going directly across Texas there. And in Texas, the National Guard's already there. It doesn't have nothing to do with the eclipse. They're already there for border issues.
No, it's not for the border. It's another area. Like
Then I haven't heard of this.
yeah,
If,
this guy hearing from it in his area.
if they're planning on being like a large, an extremely large gathering of people in
Mhm.
a condensed area, they might just be staging extra hands on deck just in case.
So they have to say it's an emergency or whatever, so they can get them in, right?
That
Well,
might be around Niagara Falls, Sasha.
No, it was in the States. He showed videos of places, and I just can't remember. It was right smack dab in the middle, like right in the middle.
Oh, okay, Oklahoma.
Uh,
A massive
That's
influx
another-
of visitors has some states readying the National Guard for the April 8th total solar eclipse. At the request of local emergency management officials, the Oklahoma National Guard will have members of the 63rd Civil Support Team available to assist local governments during the eclipse, including working with responders with additional hazmat responses if needed.
hazmat.
The influx of visitors has the potential to overtax local resources, and thanks to the training and experience of our guardsmen, having working alongside local agencies all across Oklahoma, the CST is uniquely qualified to support our fellow Oklahomans, Fleury said in a statement. 15 states, along with the total solar eclipse path of totality. Area of great darkness created when the moon, blah, blah, blah. We know what that is.
So they said the power will probably go out too, because it's going to be in the middle of the day and everybody's going to flip their light switch on at the same time. And they said because of the crowds, to have food for 2 to 3 weeks and gas.
Residents should brace for traffic delays and crowds, as well as the possibility of delayed emergency response, interruption to cell services, and issues with credit card machines due to the influx of people.
Oh yeah, cell phones too, eh, Mouse?
Yeah, they
Okay,
say stop.
Mouse, guys, I'm leaving. Thank you for having me up on your panel, Mouse. I'll catch up with you. Y'all, rest of y'all have a good and blessed day. I'll see you around the YouTube street somewhere.
Get
All
lost.
right.
All right,
Good
Luna,
luck,
you have a
Luna.
good one.
Bye, everybody.
Love you, dear.
God bless.
Have a good one, Luna.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. So is anybody here in the path?
Yeah, me.
Oh,
No.
you right?
Then
So
what
you
they're saying is, because there's going to be so many visitors influx into the areas, that it may overwhelm like the credit card systems, stuff like that. That the groceries are going to be. So make sure you got what you need for the day before that day comes,
They say for like 2 to 3 weeks.
because all the visitors are going to
I guess.
the
I
shelf.
guess before, like everybody's booking hotels, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's good for tourism.
Poor Oklahoma. I'm like,
Well, now they said there was like small little towns where they expect like thousands of people to go into these little towns, and yeah, it's gonna be crowded. Now I'm going back to Newfoundland to see it.
I'm gonna sit right
I'm
here on the
thinking I'm
mountaintop.
gonna break out my lawn chair, get into a pair of shorts, put on a pair of sunglasses, and lay back like I'm getting a tan.
You lie, you
I
lie.
know.
Oh, also, where I'm going, there's a farm. I want to see how the animals act because there was a guy I watched because I've been watching this a lot on YouTube, and he was by a field of cows. And what
Hey,
happened
Nato.
was when it started to get dark, and it was the daytime, and he was in a great big field somewhere in this, I think it was Oklahoma. Anyway, he was in big field, nothing around but cows. All of a sudden, when the eclipse started happening, it was a total eclipse then too. I think it was 2017. He could all of a sudden hear crickets come out in the middle of the day.
Oh
And
yeah.
then the cows, the animals all went nuts, and then there were horses. And when it got dark, and then when it got bright again, the horses were running around like it was the break of dawn, like the morning when they'd all go out and start running, right?
Oh yeah, roosters crowing, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never thought of roosters. Oh, I gotta find a rooster.
I had a neighbor that had
I
one.
gotta find a rooster.
During the last eclipse, it was funny, guys. That poor rooster was so confused. And all it knew to do is like, okay, heckle again.
I swear, hair back, when you just said that, I gotta find a, I really will. Like, if I don't, one of my friends will. In Newfoundland, we're crazy like that. Well, we gotta have animals and roosters and guitars and oh yeah, the whole 9 yards for this. It's gonna be a
That's funny.
wicked 3 minutes. Just like, never mind. No, never mind. Oh my God, everybody got too quiet when I said that.
That's funny.
You have been crazy.
You're trying not to laugh, aren't you? Oh, well, there you go.
I could not tell a lie. Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't say 2 minutes like everybody else, right?
I had to do a little quick cheat sheet on what's going on in Oklahoma.
Cheat sheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, what's the deal?
Yeah, I had to go see. Can I say what was happening before I say what was happening? Yeah. The reason why they're getting alerted is because that same branch that is getting alerted, they're going to Africa in a month. They need their training.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you check that same unit, that unit is getting deployed to the Horn of Africa for training next month. So a massive amount of people that they don't know, perfect training for when they go over there next month.
True, very true, right.
yeah, but they're not going to have machetes, right?
No, I'm gonna have them
What
since
can they
TNA2s, but
No, what?
What are they going to train?
mass, anything. Somebody might get hurt. Response,
Okay, that would be
security.
nice.
Yeah, they're gonna
control.
they're gonna be monitoring. Remember now, security is there too. They're gonna be monitoring their phone calls. This is training. This is
Right.
real life training for them. So they're gonna monitor everything. Any incoming calls, outgoing calls, hospitals, rerouting traffic. This is what they do. This is how you get your training.
Yeah, it's part of
I have
it's
a
like
lot of
keeping in contact and everybody knowing exactly what hospitals are full and what hospitals have room at all times.
But I have an entire family in the military, and they've never trained at a solar event before. It just seems funny, doesn't it?
And my
Mm,
brother
Perfect
took,
timing.
my brother took that training fighting fires.
I mean, all you have to do is coincide with when that unit is deploying.
Yeah.
30 days out, they got to be ready. It ain't no joke. You got to be ready. You going to a foreign country. This is it's showtime.
Right. This is like a dress rehearsal with
Yep.
actual people.
I don't think
Mhm.
And
a
it's not a crisis situation. I mean,
Nope.
the sun's not going to burn anybody up or anything crazy like that. It's just a bunch of viewers who are packing into a small area and overwhelming the local resources for a day or two.
And what do you think gonna happen when that unit hit ground in Africa? They're gonna be absorbing all the exactly the same
Right.
thing.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be exactly the same as the crowd that you're going to get in Oklahoma.
When
Or
a unit hit the base, they're gonna
No.
be looking at that one base.
You ain't never been to Oklahoma, have
really,
you?
Yeah, you go overseas, the most money you make is near a military post, especially when we come in. We bring all the money, everything.
Yeah.
Civilians want jobs, government jobs, so everybody here to where we at.
do
Good
you
guys and bad guys.
you find it hard to transition from like the military to civvy? Did you find it hard? Like you're a vet now, so you're an army vet, but you don't have war in there. Are you an army war vet?
Yeah,
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
combat.
Did you okay. Did you find it hard to transition into being a civvy
Of
civilian?
course.
You did?
Of course.
I find it, yeah. It's tough, isn't it? God bless you.
That's when you have to understand your weaknesses. And a lot of people run from their weaknesses. I announced my weaknesses and told them I'm not used to this. And when I said that, my family was like, I know who he is. When he say he need help, we got him.
Right.
So that's when my daughters, aunts, that's when that happened. Then
Yeah,
they are,
of
yeah.
course.
So it takes yeah, but you have to be grounded before that happened. Most people try to get grounded after it happened, and then
So-
your family don't know you. They just don't know you.
Before you come home, you go to what's up, Dubai or somewhere like that, right? Do you do that? I know Canada does, and we had
Like
friends from America and that there. They went after they left Afghanistan. They went to like Dubai for like a week to unwind before they got home to their families. Did you ever go to a place like that?
Oh, yeah.
Seems debriefing,
Yeah,
right?
you do?
Yeah,
you
it don't work.
debrief. You
No,
always
No,
debrief.
at Army Vet it doesn't, does it? Honestly,
It never
like,
works.
That is a week in the tropics. I mean, yeah, no. And then you come home, and if you got real life problems happening, and
You shit. That's the movies.
Yeah.
Real life. When combat soldiers come home,
mhm.
we are not allowed to drive. We are not allowed to have weapons. We are not allowed to even sleep with our families for 30 days. We are not allowed to be in that home. We have to stay in the barracks. We got to get, because we have been on alert for about a year and a half waiting for so we have to decompress.
Yeah.
Meaning, I have been trained with soldiers that woke up and shot their wives.
Yeah,
You have to decompress. And that right there hurts. Imagine you behind a gate and your family wants you to come home, but you have a problem.
Yeah.
So that's the movies. This is real life. This is what you don't see.
Right.
Do you see that, Army
So,
vet?
you know when they have the highway
Airborne.
Army Vet?
Uh-huh.
You know when they have the Highway of Heroes? My brother was killed over there. So, you know, when they have the Highway of Heroes, he was active duty, right? So he was a hero and deserved the Highway of Heroes. But then there was somebody else, and they weren't killed there, but when they come home, they took their life. But still, people have the Highway of Heroes for them. A lot of people didn't agree with that. What do you think about that?
If you go over there and you made it back,
Still,
I don't care if you went over
still
there
deserve it, right?
and you made it back.
Yeah.
There's no man or woman walking on the face of this earth that go through war and come back the same person.
So they still deserve the Highway of Heroes, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Anyone.
Can you imagine there were people that that said no and didn't show up along the highway. There was only like few people that did.
But
Like,
that's
that is
not
terrible.
for them. That's for his family. Don't worry about that.
So they didn't show up for the family. Yeah.
That's them.
Army vet,
Airborne.
the comment.
Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Home. Hey. Aerosol. I trained down there. And really Fort Campbell, I hate to say it, they have a high deletion rate of young men down there in Campbell. Very high rate.
Is
Matter
that
of
a
fact,
boot camp?
it's a base. It's in Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. All right.
Matter of fact, if y'all Google it, the first dude to ever we was in the next tent right next to this guy, and he was from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, right before September 11th. Well, it was after when we was over there. He was an American, but he was also a practicing Muslim, and he came from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So what he did was, since they didn't want to send him home, he took a pin out his grenade and threw it into the tent.
Oh God.
That was that dude. He was from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And I was right in the next tent next to him.
So sorry.
Wow.
No, you have to understand war is hell. This is part of it.
I know. I've heard so many stories.
Yeah, this is part of it.
I heard, like, I know when there's little kids that were along the side of the road, and I thought, like, I'm not going to get too into my life, but one of my people I know, they were on the back of bison, I guess, or a tank. I'm not sure the name of it. And they were going along, and there was 3 kids on the side of the road, so they gave them water. And then they had to keep going. I said, wait a minute, where were their parents? They said, dead. Well, where's their uncles? Dead. Where's the who's with them? Nobody. Well, why didn't you take them? We can't. And then there was like another child, like a toddler, on top of a pile of dead bodies, crying and screaming. And this one guy went and said, stop, we have to get, like, one of the soldiers freaked out, like I'm sure it happens, and said, we have to get that child. No, you can't, calm down, you can't, we have to keep going. And I said, why didn't they get the child? Because it could be a booby trap.
It was, yep, pretty much.
Well, yeah, it was, right? My God, the things I heard, I'm shocked from it all. Like, I had to say, like, no, I don't want to hear anymore. Don't tell me more. But then I want to let them get it out, right? Like they say, when you have a scar, if you show somebody your scar, it makes you feel better.
Yeah, if somebody shares with you that, that means they think you can handle it,
right?
Because most don't talk.
No, I know. You give them a beer, don't talk.
Yeah. Let them
right?
get it out. Yeah, just let them get it out.
Having a beer, it's all coming out. You're just gonna be there for them. Yeah. I really like talking to you, Army Vet. Thank you.
Oh, girl, I'm a counselor. I do this all the time. I get paid like $8.99.
I lost it.
He's good at it too. He's good at it.
But because of, like, losing a family member, like anybody, I flock to vets. I flock to people that are in the military. I'm like, tell me more. Like, I want to know. Like, you know, like, we went to the actual spot where he was killed. We went there.
Oh my God.
They will take you there. Oh yeah. We went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would take. It's called a Remembrance Day.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
And anyway.
Oh, and Sasha, when Army Vet said he charges $8.99, he didn't mean $8.99.
Yeah, you're so crazy.
What's that cash app again?
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's probably married and 4 kids, 3 grandkids on the way, right?
Oh, say it again. All my stuff messing up. All my stuff just messed up. Difficult question. What happened?
You're married, 3 kids,
What?
4 kids, 3 grandkids on the way. Right?
Hell no.
Nope, nope.
Mm-mm.
We'll go with, we'll
No,
go
no.
with
Say,
country.
what?
We'll
Married?
go with
What?
another country.
No, I've been all over. No, I got 2 grown ones. They, I done did that.
Oh, somebody saw some material.
What you talking about, Mouse?
What?
You know, what's he say? Material. Wife material.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I proud that. Hey, I proud that. I
Yeah.
pride that. If once fellas, I'm gonna just give y'all a hint, fellas. I'm gonna take you a little secret, fellas. Only for fellas. There's a difference between what a woman perceive a man is and what she perceive a husband and father is. Woo-hoo, make sure you the husband and father players.
Yep.
Well, I never was a player, so
Well, I don't have any kids, so
Y'all all grown. Y'all ain't 19 years old.
I know.
Y'all ain't gonna have no more kids. What y'all talking about?
I said when I was younger, I wasn't a player, and I'm not. I never was.
Was.
Was. I said like, Harback, could you have picked the woman you wanted back then?
he wasn't a player mouse until he found YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm a player.
Yeah. You in the game, player.
We're
No.
trying. We're trying to get you in there anyway.
Player,
I know.
player isn't negative, Harback. Player means you're in the game. You're a player in the dating game. You're a player.
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 Well, the
Player,
way I perceived it was when you're a player, you go around from women to women to women, and they're all juggling at the same time. That's a
No.
player.
I just got to play the game to keep them happy.
You got game.
That's the point, though. Just because you're out in that dating world doesn't mean you have to stay with the first one that went out with you. That's
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, multiples.
Yeah, that's the game. Don't hate the players, hate the game.
Oh, geez. Using my own verse against me.
Look at Sassy. I ain't playing with you, Sassy. Don't holler like that, Harback. Don't you do it. No, Harback. Being how to put it of that player comment where you said a man date multiple women as a player. No, that is a myth, Harback. That is the biggest myth because of this, and most men will know this is that's the truth. If you are so busy working, you don't have time for females. So how can you be a player? You are very selective then. That's the biggest myth on the planet that people use against real good men. Because if we're working our ass off, we can't juggle 3-4 females.
Well, yeah,
Got 3-4
good
jobs.
men.
Exactly.
But there's a lot
right
out there that aren't good men.
But we can't talk about them. That's just like that'll be just like if we were up here with a bunch of wives and we're talking about hoes. That's disrespectful to them. I would rather talk about the good part of a woman rather than the bad.
Well,
Same
yeah,
respect.
okay.
Easy to do.
A man will go as far as a woman will let him.
True. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Hey, here, Frankie's got a comment.
Can you be a no. Not now.
Army vet, you have a nice deep voice. Can you sing Funky Cool Medina?
What the fuck just happened? Hey, Mal, she must ain't seen my DJ and stuff when I really be screaming and going crazy.
I knew
Oh,
you were
man.
DJ. I knew
She
it.
must ain't seen it.
Sausage Jade, yes.
Frankie, I said the same thing.
Hit
I'll
him
just
up,
watch it.
sub up to him, and hit that all bell.
She,
Get them headphones out, girlfriend.
And see an
Get
army
them
veteran
headphones out and put them on in a quiet room, and oh my God, everything in the world disappears.
Can't get that song out of my head now. Come on, let's everybody sing it.
you ain't gonna get no copyright strike on me.
Funky Cool Medina.
Oh my God.
Who can beatbox?
Look
That
at Frankie.
That goes way back.
Frankie says, I want to play.
I'll
I
sing
think
it.
Funky Cold Medina is now in the classical section, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it might be able to play on YouTube for
Well,
free. You might be right,
Probably.
Sassy. I mean,
It's
you might be
probably
right now.
already hit public domain, hasn't it?
Yeah, you might be right.
You know what? You know what? Cooling at a bar and I'm looking for some action. Feel like Mick Jagger said, I can't get no satisfaction.
Shasha, what kind of weed they smoking up there in Canada?
I don't know.
The girls are all around Army vet that none of them want to get with them. They're all like, here,
Wake up.
Is she freestyling, Mouse?
And she said, Ernie, keep going.
they're all looking for a hair bag. Fucking Cool Medina.
Sasha!
You know,
What the fuck is that? What the hell is happening?
Army vet told Hairbag on how to get more chicks. Put a little Medina in your glass. The girls will come real quick.
Yep, I'm finna drop down and go to chat because I think I lost my damn mind. I don't know what the fuck.
It's Betty. It's Betty.
What is
Forget
fucking
it.
going on?
Sasha,
Sasha breaking beats off.
Sasha, go grab this link and sum up.
What?
It's better than any chat room. It's like an aphrodisiac. A couple of six. A couple of six of the sips. I can't say sips of this love potion, and she'll be on your lap.
And this
Hey,
one, I don't know if this one's new for you or not, Army. That have you subbed up to Gutters Pub?
Hell yeah, subbed up to GG.
All right. Now we just got 2 more days to fill
Fill
in.
up Army vet.
Which one?
I know. I'll be too busy, dog. I know.
I did. In all seriousness, no. I was supposed to ask you a question,
Uh-oh.
and it was about Coffee Club. But we decided, can we ask you to be a sub Coffee Clubber sporadically, because there are days that Luna and Gutters Pub are going to be out traveling and won't be home to make some days of their coffee club, and we thought we'd ask you if you'd like to sub for those days.
Yeah, as long as I can get y'all up there to do that while I'm
Oh,
getting all
come
the
on,
system.
dude. That's what the
Yeah.
purpose of this is to get all the views from your
Yeah.
channel, our
No, no.
channel. Hey, Matthew.
Now,
Oh. No, like on my system, on my music system.
Oh yeah.
Why I can do it for 12 hours, but it's gonna like I can do it for 5 or 6, but it's gonna heat my system up.
well, we usually only do theirs for a couple hours.
Yeah. But I'm gonna need somebody up there to co-host with me so I can cool my system down. Because if I have my fans on,
Oh God,
it's gonna blow.
I can do that. I can do
Perfect.
that.
Else can cool you down. I
Go
can't.
Uh-oh, Sasha, go ahead, go. Hey, Matthew. But yeah, no problem. That's no problem. We can do it.
All right, cool.
You're making me jealous, Sasha.
Because I know you want to do it, but I know your schedule's tight. So I thought, well, if we just kind of poke you in here and there when somebody needs a sub and a day off, thought we could ask you.
Yeah, I probably need to get with you so I can give the link to you doing co-hosts or more than one, just in case I drop off.
You
Okay,
heard that,
All right.
didn't you, Arctic?
cool.
What happened?
There's a Timberwolf there.
What Arctic?
Oh, he's not missing.
How do I laugh at that?
My
I
inter-
heard that.
We don't see nothing. Move along.
my newest digital professor is in the chat. Hello, Matthew. I'm learning so much from you. Thank you.
Matthew, silly as fuck, is here at Mouse's.
Yes, he is.
Woohoo!
He's been doing a
He'll
lot
show
of
you how to-
teaching on and
He'll
helping
show
me
you how to
learn.
do it.
I need to link
Like
up
your
with him. Hold on. I need to sub up to him. Hold on.
He's really
He's,
good.
he's another one of those OBS gods that can just make it all work like real easy, like butter.
Matthew, if you would you drop your link in here, please?
Oh yeah,
He
sure.
can, right?
Yeah, that's what Coffee Club is. If y'all got a link, drop it. Everybody has a rent so that they can go see each other without having to drop links and all that. But yes, we can drop Matthews. Absolutely.
I still have the line.
Ah, thank you, Sassy.
There you go. Thank you, Sassy.
Has anybody ever done Ancestry DNA?
I've looked into it.
No, but I've thought about it. It just
Nope.
costs too much.
I
Nope.
did 23.
No, they got a free
Yeah.
version. You
Oh, do
like
they?
yeah, you can do like a trial version with them. But a lot of that stuff you can look up without even having any kind of account or anything.
I don't need some uncle twice removed going down for a crime because I did some weird DNA test. You know what I mean?
Oh, Army crashed us.
I did 23 and me. I love it. And
Where
they
did you go? I got
did-
to.
Ah,
Yeah,
accurate.
What?
said-
That's funny.
DNA test and he jumped ship.
Danica.
Danica, come on up and join us.
The link is pinned to the top of chat because it is open panel. If you lads would like to come out, come on, guys. We're just sitting up chatting about everything.
They have to sing.
Yeah, you can look up all that ancestry stuff without doing any kind of DNA test or anything. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
that tells you who you're related to, but it doesn't tell you like where you actually came from. Like, I have an ancestor that was buried in the ice and everything. Like, this is so cool. I love it.
One side of my family did do it, and we found out that we came from England, and
Oh.
we traced our line as far back as 1200.
I tell them who you're related to.
Frank and Jesse James.
Not
I can see that. I
That's
can
cool.
see that. Yep.
For those of you that are youngins and don't know who Frank and Jesse James were, they were bank robbers and train robbers back in the 1800s, right after the Civil War.
Wild Wild West stuff.
so like
Oh, yeah.
1870s.
Something like that. And Jesse was killed by a guy by the name of Bobby Ford.
Yeah, I can
So
see that
what
with
is
your
it's
back.
like your third great grandpa then or something like that, right?
No, not that directly. It was through my grandfather, and he was a cousin.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Just put a cowboy hat and a leather vest and some chaps on hair bag, and there you go. You got Jesse James.
Turn you right on, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes, baby, hold me back.
Oh, I wish.
So, speaking of known people and that, I'm in Canada. I know all the famous people, and it's not hard to know them. You're related anyway. So, who here is related to or knows a celebrity? Like, anybody know, like, Ryan Gosling, Sylvester Stallone?
Hollywood
Actually,
celebrity?
Oh, are you meaning personally?
Or-
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
That'd be
Anything like
interesting
Julia
to find
Roberts,
out too.
or like
I've met
Washington.
Dolly Parton. I've met Harrison Ford.
No, not mesh. Like know them personally. Know them
No,
Have them.
Don't
I will
personally
not.
know them,
or live next
but
door to them. Come on,
Yeah,
Beverly
you ever
Hills
heard
ought to
of
be
Ed
here.
Gein? You guys know who
What?
Ed Gein is?
yep,
Hmm,
Ed Gein?
familiar.
I
yep.
grew up down the street from his aunt.
Ooh,
His
Good
aunt
afternoon,
lived up the
everybody.
street from me. Yeah.
hello, Janica.
I don't know
I
who
don't
that
know
is.
if that counts. Ed Gein was the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of loosely based
I
on
don't
Ed
watch
Gein.
those things. No.
Sipping,
Never-
That boy was weird, man.
sipping.
Yeah, he
Related to
like dug up a bunch of graves and stuff, and
Yeah, he made skin lamps, shades.
Oh,
What the
gee.
hell else was
What?
it they
What?
said?
What did he do with lampshades? What?
Forrest
He
is
took
related.
dead bodies, took the
yeah.
skins off them after he killed them, and then made
Oh,
lampshades.
I can't. Nope, that's enough. Enough detail here about it.
creative or what?
Well, he did other stuff too. He was a serial killer back in the
What?
30s, I
So-
think it was.
I wonder what Martha Stewart makes her lampshades out of.
Her ex-husband. No, I'm just playing. Forrest is Sippin says Forrest is related to Henry VIII.
And Henry VIII.
How
And
so?
Henry VIII.
Don't sing it, Foster. Don't sing it.
Too late. Too late. Too late. Already did it.
I'm related to P.T. Barnum.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm related to the Iceman, but you all probably don't know who the heck.
I know who the Iceman is.
Oh, really? I'm related. Is that weird?
Richard Kuklinski.
No, it's the actual. They found a man buried in the ice from way back.
Oh.
I have the same DNA.
Well, the hitman Richard Kuklinski was also known as the Iceman.
No, not that. Not that Iceman. Different Iceman, different family.
Well, this isn't a relation, but I'm from the same town. Go ahead, Arctic. I'm sorry.
I was asking Sippin which one of King Henry VIII's wives is Forrest related to. Yeah, I'm seriously curious because I'm the 14th grandson of King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
and
awesome,
directly. So I'm just curious, like which one of his wives and stuff. Because that would mean that we're like 14th cousins, probably.
Hey, that's cool.
So
All I can keep picturing is a big turkey leg or something. Like say Henry VIII.
He had a lot of wives, though.
Am
He
I
sure
still up
did.
on the channel?
probably a few concubines too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was a horn dog. Grandpa Henry was a horn dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not.
What happened, Sasha? Why does it keep pulling people? Are they dropping down?
I don't know. I'm not doing it.
It must be StreamYard.
I think because our army vet. I think it's because his computer was over. Because he's been having problems with that.
Oh boy.
And Sasha, I don't know why she dropped.
She about to tell us.
Oh, here she comes.
You got her?
Yeah.
It's the eclipse. It's early effects.
Are you guys going to be able to see the eclipse?
I'm going to be able to see some of it, not all of it.
I am. Total.
Oh, really? That's cool. You got the glasses for it?
Not yet, but actually, I think my family does in Newfoundland. That's where I'm going to watch it.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Me too, Janica. I'm in the path of totality.
I
You're
don't
back.
know if I'm going to be able to see it or not because it's going to go up through New York, right?
Yeah,
I think it's going to
you'll
go
be
right.
able to see some of it, but it'll only be a partial.
Right, right.
Might see 80%.
I was looking at the map, and I was looking at the direction it was going to go,
Uh-huh.
and it's going right up through New York, but I don't know if Connecticut's going to be able to see it or not.
Oh.
You'll be able to see it. It just won't be 100%. You'll be able to see stages of
Anywhere
it.
from 50 to 80% of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm basically a state away from the path there. It's on the other end of me. And I'm going to be able to see it about 80%.
Ah,
Not the whole 100, but
Now, what I've heard is it's even worse if it's just a partial because it does more damage.
Can I read this for Janica?
Sure.
Though states like New York, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont are in the path of the total solar eclipse, Connecticut is not. According to data from NASA, the obscuration from the solar eclipse will be 75 to 95% in Connecticut, with the eastern part of the state seeing less of the eclipse. Well, you're going to see it.
I'm on the western side of Connecticut.
Oh, well, then you won't see it.
You'll
Maybe.
probably have a higher percentage of seeing it then.
Maybe.
Oh, western, yeah.
Yeah. Northwest Connecticut.
You'll still have a better because you're more toward the path.
Yes.
I
I like watching the meteors when the meteor storms come. I'm always looking for them.
There's going to be a comet.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, I heard something about a comet too coming
And to
through.
the left is Venus, and to the right is Jupiter. I might have that mixed up, but I'm pretty sure left is Venus, and to the right of the sun will be Jupiter.
Oh wow, that's cool to know.
Yeah, there's some sort of like alignment happening too.
The comets.
I remember when Hale-Bopp went through.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the sky for almost 2 weeks.
I saw about 7 of them.
I saw a UFO. I had to say it.
I'm going to tell you, I have to agree with you because I have too. And I didn't realize it at the time. Me and a buddy had gone to the Adirondacks hunting. And when we were going down to a town after a day of hunting, we didn't feel like cooking. So we were going into town to get a pizza. And I happened to look up at the top of this one mountain. And at the time, it didn't dawn on me. But you know how they have those big billboards out on the highways? And they have the long strip of lights along the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that, except the lights were red. And it didn't dawn on me, duh, there's no billboard above it. And this thing had to be over 200 yards long.
Oh, wow. It's crazy. That's why it's called a UFO. It's unidentified.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they call them flying apparatus now. Unidentified flying.
You can call me loopy if you want, but I know what I saw. And I should say I know what we saw. Even though we won't talk about it.
I'll talk to you about it. Email me anytime. I'll drop my email in the back chat.
Well, I was sitting outside last summer. And I was just sitting outside reading a book, and all of a sudden, the skies were like very, very clear, no clouds in the sky at all. And I'm looking up at the sky, and I see this round circular thing. It looked like an orb, and it was like bluish gray. And it didn't move. It just stayed there for a while. And I'm going, what the heck is that? And then I went down to read my book again. I looked back up and it was gone. So I don't know what the heck it was.
Wow.
But it was there. It was definitely there.
I watch a man online and he has all of stuff like that, Janica, and Hairback. and he will tell you if it's an air balloon, if it's certain kind of I don't know, a rocket or whatever going on. But if he doesn't know what it is, he'll say, I don't know what it was, and he'll check everything out. And now he's saying, this is an aircraft. This is a large, unidentified craft in the sky, and it's all on this channel, and there's like thousands of people on there sending in pictures of what they're seeing. Because for a while, when the internet came out, they said people stopped looking up, and they started looking down on their phones all the time, and they weren't. But now people are starting to look up again.
Oh, I go outside every night and I look up at Orion. I don't know what it is about Orion, but I keep looking up at Orion.
You'll
That's
see
my
that
favorite
that during
constellation.
eclipse, they said.
The Perseus is just above and to the left of Orion, and
You
that's
guys are
where a lot of the meteor showers come from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you guys are nerds too. I love it. Over.
Over. Over.
We all keep going to talk at the same time, so I said I'm going to start saying over and out. 10-4.
So we had snow last night here. A little dusting.
I
I
think
don't
that
want to
might be
see. I
just
don't want to see any more of that. I'm tired of it.
That's what I was telling
man.
her back. We need to write our congressman and tell him we should be able to sue the federal government if we see the white stuff after the calendar says it's spring. Because the
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
calendar
right.
said on the 19th, it was spring. It's spring.
Yeah.
And like I told her, we had 70-degree weather back in the winter, and now it's spring, and look at us. We're not even above 35.
I know. It's ridiculous. Mother Nature's playing tricks on us.
Damn Mother Nature. I wish she'd get off the rag.
She's just
My-
trying to be unpredictable because she's getting tired of them days where we sit around on the porch and talk about her. You know, talk about the weather.
Yeah. Arctic's doing neighborhood watch.
What is -9 in Fahrenheit?
-9.
It's 48.2 here, Mac. So that's what it is here. Feels like -9. So it's 48.2. It's cold.
You're damn near 50 degrees. That ain't too bad. It's
I'm
not
there
good, but it's not too bad.
freezing. And it's snowing. Fluffy, big, gigantic, fluffy snow.
Oh, the wet ones.
No, well, they're all west. Come on. Why is there dry snow in your area?
Yes.
Well, here in Canada, our
What do you
snow's
think the real small ones are?
Well, the real small snow means big snow. Big snow means small snow. So we're not. It's
How
not,
many times have you ever seen the big flakes go flying across the road with the wind? You don't.
No, here
The
back.
dry
because I
snow
stand there-
does.
No, because when there's big flakes, I stand there and stick my tongue out and look up and catch them so they don't hit the road. I heard you. You try not to laugh at me.
I'm trying.
So anyway,
That was good. That was good.
I can't. I wish I could see chat. Before why I dropped down mouse, I tried to hit chat, but every time I do to read the chat, I seem to end up not being up here. And says I'm up here, but I'm in the chat. What happened to Matthew, silly AF?
He's
I
probably
don't know.
Matthew, why is it when I hit the chat and
Did
try
you
how
take
can I-
Matt off? Were you the one that chased my Maddie off?
what?
Sassy said she's getting storms today.
I love storms. Oh, I love storms.
You don't pay insurance, do you?
Of course I do, but I love Nothing's covered under a storm. I just love storms. I want a storm shelter. I want a big tornado where I'm stuck in a storm shelter with Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, jeez.
God, did you ever hear him singing Hero and what he does on the stage with women? All right, bring Army
No,
Beth
tell
back.
us,
Where are
tell
you?
us.
Where are you, Army Beth?
Oh,
Yeah, Hairbag, I'm just telling you, you just need to move south. It's cheaper, warmer, it's
this
safe.
is about the 12th time you've told me.
Come
Just
on, we
remind
love Victor. He's just waiting for somebody to snuggle up to in all that cold weather and snow there. Yes.
Get over here.
Are you gonna go skiing?
Hell no.
Is
We're
there
cuddling.
Are you gonna go for some skating and skiing and
It's
snowboarding?
a weird idea of cuddling.
We're walking or we're ice fishing. Come on, no wasting no time with all that snuggling.
I
crap.
think that may be a reason you're single is you're not quite sure how the date works.
Probably.
Must be it.
Probably.
Everybody's got the mental thought in their head right now of me and Hairbag snuggling, so that somebody better change the subject and start talking about something. It gets too
You say
quiet.
that like it's a bad thing.
I just realized as I was getting to the end of my sentence. Not mean it that way. I'm so sorry. I would have Hairbag. Just picture it. Sicily, 1949. No, 2025.
Well, I can't take too
Alberta.
much offense to that because I was only born 6 years later.
I know, right?
Picture it. Alberta, Canada, 2025. Hairbag, strapping him into those ski boots. He's bent over, his butt's sticking out in the air. He's bent, leaning forward with those poles. He goes down the hill, boom, right into this hot chick Hairbag. Face
Oh,
first, you go.
Yeah, I'd be screaming all the way. Ah! I don't know the first thing about skiing.
Well, you got to come to Canada and play hockey. Didn't you ever hear of he shoots, he scores? It's not always about hockey, Hairbag. That's just that's a scam.
What, you don't think they got hockey here?
No, Hairbag. Did you hear what I said? He shoots, he scores.
You done got up and took off. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
You got to understand, I wasn't able to learn this shit when I was a kid. I got married. No, wait a minute. I got married and I was married for 26 years.
All right, Sophia.
I'm sorry.
Now you sound like a victim of a marriage. I didn't get
I
to
am.
like I was so married.
Oh, poor baby.
I know it.
Come here and we'll snuggle.
To make me feel better.
We all must snuggle now.
Yes.
Never mind skiing and snowboarding and skidooing and ice fishing. Who wants that, right? Right, Arctic? Was Timberwolf?
Not sure. What like y'all lost just about 4 layers back. You got up and went skiing, and I was like, what?
I would love to go visit Mouse and the two of us go like ice fishing or something. Send you all the picture. All you wusses just want to snuggle.
You know what? I have been ice fishing. And let me tell you what.
I don't like ice
This is the reason I will never, ever do it again. I'm sitting on a bucket. I'm jigging through my hole. Next thing I know, the ice sinks about 2 feet, comes back up. I heard a massive explosion.
Somebody just
Next thing I know, a crack goes right underneath my bucket and split my hole right in half. I wrapped up that line as quick as I could and got the hell off the ice and ain't been back since.
Dang, Sassy, that's good news.
Hair bag. Somebody just walked in here as you were saying. I'm sitting on the bucket jigging. I don't know what you're saying. Their eyeballs busted. Talking about ice
It's
fishing.
a term of ice fishing or fishing.
Yeah,
even
well,
when
somebody
you're
walks
not
right
ice
in and
fishing.
I'm on, this porn site of mouses.
I was watching Unknown People the other day. Just some random guy was ice fishing.
Down in the Jeep.
So they're in a tent, right? Over the ice fishing hole, I guess, whatever, with the poles in. And dude is boiling water on this little camp heater thing,
Yep.
Anyway, he gets the water boiled and he turns around and he goes to, I guess, pour it in a cup to make coffee and sloshes it it would be all over the ground.
Pick me up a Diet
And
Pepsi.
it tickled me because it didn't faze him. And the whole time I'm thinking, dude, that's not the ground. Like, that's ice. Like, you're pouring boiling water all over the ice you're standing on.
Was there a reason he did it?
It wasn't an accident. It was funny.
Oh,
Has anybody ever fallen through the ice before?
No, I don't
no.
play on ice.
I have more than once.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. No.
My nephew's dad fell through the ice in northern Minnesota on a snowmobile and died.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh gosh. I it was about 2.5 weeks ago. There was a dog went through the ice and I crawled out of my belly and I got the dog out. I was trained for it though, so saved him. I just grabbed him by the scruff of the neck like a cat out of the water. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I was not letting him die. Hairbag. I know what to do if I fall through, so the dog was not getting out unless somebody grabbed it out.
If I fell through the ice, I'd be dead.
No, you just have
That
to,
shit, when you hit that stuff, that is shocking as hell.
no, you have to relax. You have to.
Guys, didn't your parents teach y'all not to play on the ice?
Well, when it's thick enough, it's okay.
Well, I mean, granted, I was raised in West Texas. We didn't have ice. Like,
I skated on it. You can hear it cracking behind me. We're just skating around. If it's too
Well, that
big,
ice cracks, that's kind of scary though.
no, we
It makes
skated
a
on
loud popping sound.
I don't know why it
Oh,
didn't
man.
near us Arctic. It didn't because I don't know. It must be a Canada thing, but we grew up with it and we skated on. You're not supposed to skate with this running water, and we would skate on frozen brooks. And if you saw the water, you were supposed to turn around and go back. Don't go where the water is, right? Like it gets thinner and thinner. But we would skate on it, and you could hear the ice cracking behind you. We skated on rivers, brooks. I have skated on the ocean once. Well, in a bay, like.
Jeepers, how far north are you in Canada?
Northeast.
Northeast? Like up by Alaska? No, northeast. That's
No,
okay.
Newfoundland. But I have
Okay.
been in Alberta. I've been in Nunavut, and I have been like north. Been all over Toronto. Toronto. We say Toronto.
Toronto.
So
Toronto's
do we.
south. Toronto's south of here.
What's that?
Toronto's south of here.
I can't hear what you're saying. It's what?
South of here.
Oh, south of there.
Yeah.
not south, south.
I'm not that far from Toronto.
South.
I'm only about 4 hours away.
Oh my God. Do you know when I first came onto YouTube 2 years ago? Like, I think you started a month after me, Hairbag. I was in
Okay.
Toronto, then you were 4 hours away. Then I went to Newfoundland, then you were like 28 hours away. Then I went out west. You just keep getting farther away.
Well, you're the one running. He stayed in the same spot.
Oh, I can't. I'm a gypsy. I'll be your gypsy. Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
Sasha
can't
went
help
through
it.
that hurricane that went through Newfoundland. Whatever. Newfoundland, whatever.
You said it. Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Milk's got it
Newfoundland.
perfect.
Is that like north of New York?
What's
Pennsylvania,
that?
and Maine. It's
Yes.
up by like Maine, right?
Look at where Arctic. Look at where the path is for the total eclipse. And when you get past Maine, then you go through the Maritimes. There's the Maritimes, and then there's Atlantic Canada, includes Newfoundland and Labrador. When you're going at the end of the eclipse, the very last place it's going to go to, when it is Newfoundland, you'll see it on the map. It's everywhere on the map now. The eclipse is making us famous fishermen.
It's up by like Greenland.
It's a bunch of Irish people. Isn't it funny how Greenland is all cold and Iceland is all green?
Speaking
Why
of
is it called Greenland? It's like one giant iceberg.
Yeah, but Iceland is all green grass. Does that make sense? Greenland is
It's like
ice.
they're backwards.
Greenland is ice and Iceland is green. Makes no sense. They're playing with us up there, Arctic. Messing
you
I
with
still
know.
here, Janica?
And why? In the
What's
name
on
of
this?
why in the Lord Tundra? Never mind. But why is nobody disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle anymore? Explain that one.
We just quit counting.
COVID.
That's about it, too, Mouse.
The Bermuda Triangle. That's something.
We just got used to it. Oh yeah, it's a
Ever
Bermuda
since
Triangle. Everything goes missing there. Oh, okay.
Ever since they said it's not a mystical thing, it's not aliens, it's a magnetic field, and it's like a magnet pulling ships under the ocean and everything. Well, then all of a sudden nobody disappeared anymore. What, did they fix it? Did they fix that magnetic field? What? That really irks me.
Pole shift. Bermuda
When-
Triangle is
From
moved.
what? From when the
There you
Earth shifted on its axis, or what?
Haven't you ever seen the movie Lost?
No, I didn't watch that, but
Go
I
watch
I don't actually. I haven't seen that either.
They moved the island.
that was a series, was it, Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It was
that's right.
good,
I
but
don't
it
like
got
watching
weird at
something.
the end.
I don't want like watching something and then it just ends, and then what do I do? Go to work again and think about it constantly? I hate that.
The cliffhangers.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
It's frustrating as hell.
It's
You
just
know what? They do that
Mouse,
for that.
did you understand the end of that?
Stop it.
Yes and no, because we're kind of playing between science, faith of God, and science fiction. Fiction.
You know how they were on the plane wreck?
Yeah.
They all died. It was their ghosts the whole series.
Well, now I can't
Yes
watch.
and no. Yes and no, because if you'll watch the last season, as it shows them go on with their life.
No, those were beforehand the flight.
No, because it showed when they originally fixed the island, then the plane flew over and didn't wreck. And it flips between them being on the island and themselves moving on with life, not even having the plane wreck. And they still get drawn back to the island. So that's where it kind of splits into science fiction is because they're running two versions of themselves at the same time. One that went on without the plane wreck, and one them still being on the island.
So it's like a Donnie Darko, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of.
Oh, it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, it was playing with a few different angles of it. The science part of it was because the island was this thing. They could move it. It really turned into a time machine, was what it was. And to move the island, they shifted the calendar. They shifted time, which they did this a couple of times, and the island overlapped itself. And their older versions of themselves were running into the younger versions of themselves on the island. Those that had always lived there. Like one guy runs into himself. He'd grown up on the island all of his life, and he runs into a child version of himself.
I feel like saying, "Deplane, boss, deplane."
It was mind-boggling. It was hard to stay with. If you watched it in the series, that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, which it didn't at the time. So I went back and binge watched it, from beginning to end, and it was like, oh, that was weird. Because the last season is playing all of the dimensions and dynamics against itself. And time is all messed up. They're running into themselves in different, I guess, parallels.
That's funky.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Who swallows chewing gum?
Probably you, Sasha. Probably you.
That's another reason why.
Because we've been on here about almost 4 hours, 3.5 here. And we pretty much run the whole crowd out, but we've had fun.
Not me. I just got here. I don't know you people.
Well, get over there and chat and go learn them.
It was nice to meet you, though. Now it's nice to meet you here back, Arctic. Well, here, Danica. Yeah, I never saw you guys.
Nice to meet you too, Sasha.
It really is. Nice to meet you.
Next to you, there's Janica. She's our local alien expert.
Who has known each other the longest here, actually?
Probably you and I.
I
Probably.
know. We really should snuck away.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to wind this one down.
Here you go. Okay.
So thanks, everybody, for joining me on chat. It's been a really fun morning. Arctic, it was good to see you again.
Yeah,
Janica,
thanks.
always a pleasure to join you in the mornings. Hairbag, thank you for co-hosting and being here on time. Thank you, because I was late. And Sasha, I'm glad you found me.
I'm so glad you have found. I know where you were. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not over at Buddy's. I'm over here right now.
All right.
Anyway, thank you, Sassy and Frankie and Night Owl and everybody that joined me in chat. Love you guys. Y'all are
Yes,
awesome.
thank you for coming.
Shout out to the replay crew. If you made it this far, sorry, it's probably boring, but we enjoyed it, so you should have joined us live.
Later, taters.
And we guys will see you on the next round.
Have a good afternoon, everybody.
All righty.